Welcome to DudeNoWay Live, where we embark on a quest to play the greatest games of all time. I'm your host, Moonchild of DudeNoWay, and today it is the Giant Support Comp Review. We're going to be going in, we've got some viewer gameplay to jump into and look for mistakes and room for improvement, and we're going to be looking for all kinds of different support plays that are going on, because we have not only an Ana gameplay, which you see featured on the thumbnail, we also have a Mercy gameplay, as well as one additional one that we're going to be diving into, which is going to be a mystery to me because I didn't look at that one. So we're going to be checking that out, and if you would like to have your gameplay reviewed here on the show, you can send me the import code to DudeNoWayLive@gmail.com, and I would be happy to turn it into some content. And in addition to that, I'm just going to, just give me 1 second here, I'm looking for my link, and of course I'm not going to be able to find it right away. That's alright, let's just do this, bang, and it will give me my link here on Twitch, and then I'll just copy it and paste it over to the YouTube, bang, there you go. For everybody who is here, you will be able to use this link to join the Discord if you would like to, and you can use the Overwatch 2 gameplay reviews channel over there. If you are not comfortable sending an email, you will be able to drop that in and join the Discord, and then you'll be able to send me your import code over there. That gives you multiple options. That way you can get your gameplay to me, and I'll be turning it into some content in just a few days. So we got our viewer, Coffee, has sent over some support gameplay for us, and she says, the first game review in this Discord, this is rank 4, rank is silver 4. I'm hard stuck in silver. I need criticism and advice on how I can do better. So we're going to go ahead and load it up. This is the first game here on King's Row, and we're going to just check that out. Let me just pull everything back up here. I actually can't see my Chrome. Give me 1 sec. Let me just make this just a little bit longer so that I can click on it if the window gets lost. Good. All right, let's pull it up. First game is on King's Row, and this is our Ana gameplay. So we're going to dive right into it. We've got Mercy is her name. Ana is her game. We're going to be attacking this time here on King's Row for the first round, so we're just going to fast forward until the game is about to start here. Okay, straight off the jump, the very first thing that you need to know is that when you are playing any character, the first thing that you need to do at the beginning of any competitive game is to be at the spawn door. If you are not at the spawn door, you have already forsaken your advantage off the start. That means that you've given up your ability to get to the point as quickly as possible, and those crucial seconds make all the difference here inside of Overwatch. So for you and for Zarya, who have no movement ability and no chance to get here quickly, you have given up, you've shirked your responsibility to your team. You should be here already. You should 100% be ready to roll. If you don't come out the door like guns a-blazing, you know, if you're not ready to roll, just don't queue for comp. Just wait until you are absolutely ready. You know, if you need to check your email or if you need to, like, you know, send a text message or something like that, just don't queue for comp. If you're not at the door, then you've already done something wrong. Straight off the jump, your team is a Zarya, which can be very effective on this map. And is a very good counter to the enemy Mauga. Although Zarya will have to get in close, the Zarya damage is far, far higher than the Mauga. And the irony is that we are spectating the Mercy today. The name of your character in-game is Mercy. Or excuse me, your name in-game is Mercy. Your character's name is Ana. But your name in-game is Mercy. You have no mercy on the enemy team as the tank. We'll see if that ends up being the case here. If they are, in fact, going to like relentlessly pound you into the dirt as Mauga. I would say probably not, because the Zarya, like I said, has far higher damage than the Mauga. And if she can get charged up and close the gap, this Zarya should 100% counter this enemy tank. You also have a Junkrat, which is good for choke damage. Maybe not the best. The Junkrat damage can be a little bit inconsistent, and you would rather see a hit scan like either some type of sniper. There should always be some type of sniper on the King's Row attack, whether that is a Widowmaker, whether that's an Ashe, you know, or even like if it's a Hanzo, right? Like even in any way any sniper is pretty decent. Widowmaker probably the best, Ashe probably after that, and then Hanzo bringing up the rear here because he can no longer one-hit. You want that off the start in King's Row because you have a massive sightline advantage over the enemy team, and then when you do get a pick, or even if you don't get a pick, you have the spawn advantage while attacking. The first point always gives spawn advantage to the attackers, which means that someone on your DPS should be a sniper character right away. You don't have that, though. You have a Bastion as your secondary DPS. Again, very high choke damage here, and because they don't have a shield, potentially could be very effective. That being said, probably will not be, just based off of the fact that there's no one to protect Bastion while he does his thing, right? Like the Zarya can throw a shield on him, which will protect him a little bit, and also give Zarya some charge. And if I were Zarya, that would be 100% the way that I would be gaining my charge, is waiting for the Bastion to utilize his tank form, calling it out inside of chat and saying, hey, listen, when we go in, I'm going to shield you, and then everybody is going to turn and shoot you, and you are going to give me a bunch of charge, which is going to make our life easier as we move forward. Your support duo here is an Ana and a Lifeweaver, and just while Lifeweaver has a lot of tools to deny the enemy their ability to do things, and has a lot of numbers in terms of the healing they can put out, there's kind of no reason to have a Lifeweaver at this moment, because Ana can put out a decent amount of heals, although she's not the best, and I'll talk about the Ana pick in a second, but the massive throughput of a character like Lifeweaver is not really beneficial. The main thing that you would bring him around for is that he can't miss, right? But no one on your team is going in deep. There's no divers. There's nobody who's going to be hard for you to get your shots onto. So there's kind of no reason to have a Lifeweaver. Literally, the reason you bring him along is when it's difficult to hit the people on your team. The Lifeweaver makes it easy for you to support them at range, right? That being said, he does have some decent denial abilities in his life grip, and also in his flat out amount of throughput, which is how much healing per second he can put out. I don't think this is a great combo. Neither one of you are Kiriko. Neither one of you are Moira. Nobody is a Lucio. And in general, when you have a slow-moving team like this with a Bastion and with a Zarya, you want to have a Lucio on your squad so that you can bring Zarya to the places she needs to be, because this right here, aside from your 2 DPS, this is a better version of your 2 DPS. This is the highest damage character in the entire game when she is charged up, and she needs to be enabled and kept alive so that she can snowball the entire game for your team. And if you can do that, if you can keep the Zarya alive, and if the Zarya plays her cooldowns well, the Zarya will 100% snowball the entire game, and you will have no problems steamrolling the enemy team into oblivion. But if this character dies while high charge, or while trying to get to high charge, then your team have already lost. So that's going to be something to keep in mind. With your Ana pick, Ana has a great neutral game, but her healing ability is kind of lackluster compared to some of the other support players in the game. Moira can put out some extremely high healing numbers, as well as putting in a ridiculously huge amount of damage from incredible ranges. The Kiriko pick has ridiculously high burst damage, which is arguably better than the Ana. What Ana does have going for her is her neutral game, which means her everything besides her ultimate is pretty good on the Ana. That means your ability to use the sleep dart can come in very handy. Your anti-heal nade could come in very handy, and these things need to be followed up on with a teammate. So whenever you think you are going to use the anti-heal to, let's say, make it so that their Mauga can't be healed during time when he overextends, whenever you feel like that is going to happen, you need to be calling it out in chat. So if you're not in the voice chat, which is not something I can actually review because I can't actually hear your comms to the enemy team, but if you are not in the voice chat, you need to be inside of the voice chat so that you can call out to your team when it is time for them to engage. Because if you're about to use that anti-heal, you have like 4 seconds for somebody to follow up before that person you anti'd gets healed all the way back to full, and you wasted your extremely long cooldown, right? And then the sleep dart should be used to keep yourself alive should somebody dive you. more often than not, you are not going to get a lot of value out of the sleep dart unless someone is with you, ready to engage on that target with you. So, like, if you call it out, you say, hey, I'm going to sleep a target. I'm going to sleep, like, let's just say, I'm going to sleep Cassidy, right? And then you call it out, and your Junkrat comes up there with you. Cassidy falls asleep. He lays on the ground. Junkrat walks up, stands over top of him with the grenade launcher, right? And then immediately, you and Junkrat at the same moment start piling the damage into that Cassidy. He will die before he has a chance to actually get up. But the thing is, you need to be calling it out. Otherwise, your team is not going to know that it is time to engage when you're about to use your cooldowns. So that's that. That is the start. The enemy team has a Mauga, like I was talking about earlier. They have a Life Weaver, which again is going to make it difficult to utilize your cooldowns, your neutral game of Ana, because the Life Weaver can cancel out your anti-heal with the Life Grip ability, and that's going to make it a pain in the ass for you to get value out of your character. In addition to that, the amount of throughput that the Life Weaver can put into the Mauga is going to make it hard for you to stay alive. But on the opposite end of the spectrum, they have a Zenyatta, who is kind of a dookie healer. And because of that, he is not going to be able to put out nearly as much throughput as the Life Weaver himself. And that will kind of open up your window for Mauga. If you can get this Life Weaver down, that's going to mean that the entire team is basically without a support character, because while Zenyatta's Discord Orb is very powerful and can make it pretty easy to destroy a Zarya, the amount of healing, like I said, unless he has ultimate, the amount of healing he puts out is very weak. So if you take out this Life Weaver, their entire team will fold like origami. You need to make sure that you are out of the line of sight of the Cassidy, who is a very strong character in this current meta. He is very high burst damage, and in addition to his burst damage, the right click of the Mei can also make it difficult for you to stay alive. The main thing that you want to be looking out for is for Mei to use her wall, because as soon as Mei uses her wall, she's going to use it to try and keep your Zarya away from you and your Life Weaver. And in doing so, when you keep the Zarya away from being supported, you make it very difficult for Zarya to remain charged and alive, and that is the main thing. That this is your win condition right here. So if the Mei walls off your Zarya and you cannot heal her, then she's just going to die. She's gonna die very quickly, and you need to be aware of that. So make sure that you tell Zarya inside of chat. Remember, this is your job to know these things, and it's your job to anticipate what the enemy team will do. So as soon as you see that they have a Mei, you need to tell Zarya to wait to go in until the Mei uses her wall, and that will be Zarya's window of opportunity. If she goes in before the Mei uses her wall, she's just going to get walled off and die, and that will be the end of your team's push. So very important that you know that. That being, like, all of this being said, right, like, the enemy team does not have that great of a comp. You guys also do not have that great of a comp. So it's kind of like, it's like the B team on both sides here are kind of coming out to attack on King's Row. So that is something to consider. Potentially it goes very well for you. It could also go not so well for you. It kind of depends on who's hitting their shots and who isn't. No one on either side is like a star player except for Zarya. And like Zarya only because her damage can be that high, higher than the Bastion even, because like she, not only can she sustain herself for a longer period of time, but while the Bastion has extremely high damage over time during his tank form, that is an incredibly long cooldown, where the Zarya can just stay charged forever if you can keep her alive, right? So the Zarya damage even higher than Bastion in this scenario. So you guys are coming out, and again, like I said at the beginning of that gigantic rant, first thing you want to do is be at the spawn door. If you're not ready to be at the spawn door, then just don't queue for comp. And also, you got to let somebody go out first just to make sure that they don't have a Widowmaker, which we know that they don't, right? But you don't know that in the moment, so you always let somebody go out first, but you need to be at the door to heal them up very quickly if they do take a shot from the Widowmaker and don't get immediately one hit.
Ready? I am.
So, you are keeping your Bastion alive. This is good. We see that the Bastion has utilized his tank form already. The Life Weaver tried to give him a pedal to stand up on, but the Bastion immediately just fell off of the pedal. You know that their tank is already in your backline, and because the tank is already in your backline, he has already made a mistake. First thing you can do, as soon as you start feeling yourself getting shot by this Mauga, you can stop aiming down sights, you can turn to your left, and you can sleep dart him and make him look like a fool. Hopefully you do. and then your team can come back and immediately punish him. Your Zarya is already up there gaining charge. She has used both of her bubbles straight away, and if she keeps pushing forward, will die very quickly. You missed your sleep dart. That's unfortunate. You are dead. You got life gripped. That is the only thing that could have saved you in that moment. That being said, you can still walk back into the spawn to regain all of your hit points very quickly. Don't forget about that gigantic advantage, right? Good, good. And if you're not pinging it, I believe you are pinging it, you got to tell your team, hey, the Mauga is in our backline. The Mauga is standing at our spawn. Again, we're going to look at your Zarya. We're just going to switch over to her. We see that she has no bubbles and has gone through the choke. This is classic low-level Zarya gameplay, and the Zarya may or may not get punished for this, but she should be immediately killed for walking through the choke with no bubbles. Trying to keep the eye on your team. Again, like the healing that you are able to put out with the Ana is not quite as high as some of the other characters. You are not able to AoE heal hardly at all, except for with your nade. The Lifeweaver is going to be your main source of large amounts of healing, and he needs to get up there because your team is falling apart right now. Yeah, and this is what happens, right? So the Cassidy was able to take out your Bastion with a headshot. He was able to take out your Junkrat with a body shot. And now he is literally running the lobby for you. And you need to have a peel at this moment. Because when this Mauga comes around the corner, it's going to be very easy for him to just charge you, stomp on you, and then the only thing that could save you is another life grip. You missed your sleep. Here's the stomp. And again, this is what I was talking about, right? The peel needs to come, and you need a heal from your Lifeweaver immediately. Thankfully, you did get that heal. You got the life grip. This is great. And like I said before, the Zarya can run over this Mauga in no uncertain terms because she has much, much higher damage. And we can see that she is already, she's charging up her damage, but only has 24 as her charge, and that is not going to be enough to really kill him quickly. But as soon as she does get more charge, that's going to be the end of Mauga, and he does go down. You see the Mei is here. You need a peel from this Mei as soon as you can. You shouldn't be chasing her. You want, as an Ana player, you want to create distance from the enemy as much as possible. You don't need to barrel stuff her because your gun works from range, deals the same amount of damage whether you are aim down sights or hip firing. So you don't need to put anybody into, you don't need to rush anybody's face, right? You can see your Zarya is critical. You're trying to get those heals onto her. You're trying to get her up, when with the help of your Lifeweaver you are able to. You need to tell Zarya that we need to wait for the payload. Don't get too deep, don't go too deep, because if you do, I can't save you. You overshot your nade, that is okay. Their tank goes down again. Again, you're trying to keep your team alive here. And you see that the payload is moving forward. You need Zarya to come back, though. You can't have her continuously walking forward over and over again and expecting that nothing will go wrong. You absolutely will lose your tank, and she will lose all of the charge she has accrued up to this point if she doesn't stop being aggressive in this way. Okay, so she knows she's coming back. This is great. Staying alive is more important than getting a kill. Always. You going off on a flank angle like this is going to get you killed. You have no way to get out of here. You, as Ana, need to be back on the payload. Whenever you pick Ana, you can count yourself in as the payload princess. You are the one pushing the payload. You stand on it, and you make sure that your team can get supported from far away. If you go out on a flank angle, there's a better chance that you will die than almost any other support. The only support that will die easier than you on a flank angle is Zenyatta. After Zen, it is you. You are one of the easiest characters to kill in the entire game. Don't forget that. And here it is. Your team is able to come in and give you the peel that you needed in this moment, thank God, because if you hadn't had your team right next to you right there, you were only one shot away from dead. You see, you only have 100 hit points left. You were one headshot away from dying. Just avoid those flank angles as Ana. Your team was able to, but, like, yes, you were able to capitalize on that, but I want to discourage you from making moves like this in the future. This is not a good thing for an Ana to do. I don't want the success of a single flank to give you the confidence to continue down this path. Does that make sense? You gotta know that's not the way. You're trying to get, you really want that kill on that Pharah. Just understand that there are better characters than you to be fighting this Pharah. So, like, you don't need to chase her. You don't need to go follow her around. You barely even need to look for the damage because you have a Bastion, and the Bastion can utilize his regular primary fire to shoot the Pharah out of the sky very easily. Not the tank form, just the regular form. You can hear the footsteps of the Pharah, and the Sigma is also coming around from the side. I don't understand why these characters are here without their supports, but they are throwing, and if that Sigma decides he wants to poke out on you guys, that should be your moment where your whole team turns around and basically one-hits Sigma. Excuse me. Okay. The Pharah is back there. She's putting in some damage. The Sigma has come out and is also putting in some damage. You see the Pharah is up in the sky. The Junkrat's trying to get her. The Sigma is literally throwing right now. Like, why is he all the way over here? One of the slowest characters in the entire game. What are you doing here, fam? Just wasting time for your team. Just literally throwing the game for his team. This is good for you, but terrible play in general. Why, we need to get this payload to the point here. We need to worry more about the payload because they are all the way back there, right? Like, yes, we could walk back there and shoot them, but what's more important is getting the checkpoint with as much time as humanly possible. So 3 of you have C9'd the point, and you are, you've left your Bastion to be the only one to push it forward. Your Lifeweaver is also back here, and yes, he has an angle on you guys, so that is good, but if you line of sight him around this corner, you are all going to be in some deep trouble. So, again, just make sure that you stay on the point. Getting the checkpoint is more important than punishing these guys who are all the way back at the bookstore. You fired that into the Sigma's kinetic grasp, which gave him additional hit points. I'm sure you know that, but, like, you can't shoot into Sigma while he is doing that. Alright, now you see that the Pharah is attacking your Lifeweaver. In this moment, you can peel for him. You are the only one, realistically, who can peel for him unless Bastion sees it. But you're getting pushed by the Cass, and right now, you need to make a choice, right? You always prioritize your own life over the life of someone else. If you die, your team will lose, right? Just always have that mindset, if I die, my team is done, right? So you need to prioritize your own life. You have a health pack right behind you. You can keep backing up away from the Cassidy, and if he keeps moving forward, then your team will turn and kill him. Don't forget about your health pack. You need to save that nade for more important plays. Remember that there is a health pack around you. Use your situational awareness and your map knowledge to win the fight more than your abilities, because that anti-heal could have been used on their Sigma, and you guys could have easily put Sigma down. So your team was able to get the checkpoint, thank goodness. Their Pharah goes down. And at the same time, their Pharah trades with your Junkrat, but thankfully you are now at your spawn, so the Junkrat will spawn in with you. That is important, because you guys need as many of them dead as quickly as possible. You wasted your nano right here. You wasted your nano on a Bastion who was already in tank form, and I want you to keep this mindset every time you go into a game and you're playing Ana. This Bastion, while he's a very powerful character, you only use nano on him as soon as he starts his tank form, because after that, he is, like, essentially just a shittier soldier while he's in his regular form, right? Like, he has a decent left click, a decent primary fire ability, but his main value comes from his very long cooldown tank form, right? Conversely, the Zarya is a much, much better target to have nano boosted, because Zarya's damage is already the highest damage in the entire game, especially when she's charged up, which you can see she's decently charged right now based on the girth of her beam, right? If you'd have given this to Zarya, she could have walked up and obliterated this Sigma's hit points in like 2 seconds, right? And that would have been the end of Sigma, immediately killing him. But when you use it on the Bastion and he's already in tank form, you miss out on the potential for the duration of the nano boost, because it's a decently long ultimate. You need to give him as much time as possible to be able to get value. In addition to that, like, the Sigma is the only one over here. There are 1, 2, 3 of you committed to this fight, right? Even though Lifeweaver is kind of, he's dropping heals over here, but like the 3 of you are over here. The Bastion is up here alone, and even though he has the nano boost, that's not going to be enough to save him from the damage of the Lifeweaver and the Cassidy combined. So you need to don't throw your ultimate away. Use it strategically. You guys are abandoning the payload here, although he did need to be punished, so that is good. I'm glad you guys got him. I'm gonna fast forward a few, and you do get the Sigma down, like I said. But like exactly what I thought was going to happen, your Bastion dies over at the payload because he was the only one there all by himself trying to take on the enemy team. If you'd have just kept walking it down, Sigma would have had to have chosen to come from this way all alone and fight you guys. And now potentially he would have gotten life gripped over to his Lifeweaver, and maybe that would have made it a little bit more difficult. But that, like, you know, he's already spawned, right? Like, in the time it took for you and Zarya to walk your non-movement ability having asses back over to the point, Sigma already spawned. So, like, you know, you could have killed him over here and then had more time to push down the lane. And then with your Bastion down, you gotta wait for your tank, because the only one who can really put in value right now is the Zarya. Like, yes, the Junkrat can do a little bit, but his main thing right now is to just make it scary for them to stand in front of you. The Zarya is really the DPS on your team. She's the main person to be afraid of on your squad. Alright, when the tree comes up, you just have Zarya kill the tree. You need to support your Junkrat. He's getting low. Alright, your Bastion is back. Your Junkrat is here. You guys are putting in that damage. Remember to keep Zarya up. You break line of sight with the Cassidy. That's great. Try and get that kill, but he gets out of the way. That's alright. You're trying to get the kill on this Pharah. Just keep Zarya up. Don't worry so much about trying to kill everything, because you are not the damage dealer. And while, like, a lot of support players get into this mindset where they're like, support is not just healing. No, you're right, support is not just healing, but it's mainly healing. And the reason for that is because pretty much every character in the game is better at doing damage than you. No offense to most support players, Kiriko is the only one that gets away with this, where she, like, throwing a few kunai can be more burst damage than a DPS sometimes, assuming that she is accurate. The small amount of damage from the Ana, the small amount of damage from a Zenyatta when he's not shooting his Discord Orb target, like, this is not a lot of DPS coming out of you. Zen, arguably a better DPS than Ana in general, because of the Discord Orb and his ability to right-click and potentially get a one-hit. But, like, for Lifeweaver, for Baptiste, for Ana, like, these guys are not DPS characters, and like, you should worry more about keeping your team up, because Zarya is better at damage dealing than you, your Junkrat, who just died, better at damage dealing than you, the Bastion, way better at damage dealing than you, right? Like, we need to prioritize the heals more than the damage of the enemy team. So you know that your Zarya is getting low. You need to keep her up. Right now, I want you to not focus on the Cassidy, right? Like, I want you to just keep this Zarya up, because she will peel for you. See that? You see how easy it was for her to kill him? And she picks up the health pack, I hope. She does, it looks like. Tell me she picked up that health pack. No, she's allergic to health packs. You know, in the lower ranks, you're going to see a lot of people unaware of their map, their heals around the map. You need to be one of the people who tells people, hey, pick up health packs, because that is more effective than you healing. You know, the burst heal from the health pack is going to be way more impactful than you healing. And, like, you see, your Zarya goes flying off the map right here from the Pharah. Where's Pharah? Where you at? Pharah is dead, right? Pharah is dead, but your Zarya goes flying off the map, so they effectively trade. At this moment, you need to stop pushing this payload. with Zarya down, everybody needs to back up because you're not going to win this fight. You need a full team wipe at the end of the defense. Whenever you're pushing the payload, they have spawn advantage on you, which means they get here way, way faster than you do. And like with 2 of their team down and their tank about to come out, you have no chance. You have no shot in hell to win this right now. And you are moving too far forward. Your gun works from range. I've talked about this earlier in the gameplay review, but your gun works from range. Getting closer to this Kiriko is just making it more likely that she will actually kill you. The Junkrat tire comes out. Kills the Kiriko, that's great. Their team fumbled the ball real hard right here. Like, their Pharah is wasting time coming out. Their Cassidy gets killed by your Bastion. Their tank should have walked directly onto you because she is a way scarier character than either you or Bastion. But they just gave up. They don't know how to play. You guys should have lost this when your tank went down. That was horrendously bad from their point of view. But whatever. You guys won the round. It's good. We're going to move on. We're going to move forward to the defense here. Just going to bring it up to where you guys are here. All right, perfect. Put it on you. You're back at the, okay, you're back at the point here, about to take your defense. And I'm just going to back it up 1 second so that it's not ticking down in my ear. There we go, perfect. You need to be on the high ground position. You have this high ground position right here, which is perfect for you to assist your team. You can also utilize this one, which gives you the benefit of having a mega health pack very close by. You need to be on the high ground position because you are a sniper, and a character like you needs to always utilize a high ground position in every chance you get, between every fight, before any fight. Buzzed Media, what's going on, dude? Thanks for being here. This is a silver support gameplay. We are going to be reviewing I think we've got 3 games here that we're going to be going over. This first game is with Ana, and you can see that the team, while they won the first round, as they're setting up for round 2's defense, they are not on the high ground. Their Ana should be on the high ground. Their Lifeweaver should be on the high ground. Sojourn should be on the high ground. This is this is just the team not knowing where to be. Also, the enemy team had a Zarya at the end of the last round, and their team started with a D.Va. She should have expected that the team would still have a Zarya and not picked the one tank that is hard countered by Zarya, which is D.Va. Like, there's no easier tank for Zarya to kill, really, than D.Va. Maybe Queen, arguably, right? But, like, D.Va can't defense matrix Zarya's beam, and because of that, just makes her an impossible target to defeat. That being said, they do have a Reinhardt. You can see they're starting off with an Ana, and they swapped over from the Zenyatta, which means that their team is now going to have more healing than they had before, in addition to the Ana's stronger neutral game than the Zenyatta for this initial choke push, because they'll be able to use Sleep Dart and the anti-heal to put your team into the dirt. Where Zenyatta's Discord Orb can be very strong, but requires teams to follow up on it. The double down effect of the Sleep Dart and the anti-heal can very quickly destroy a defender setup. They also have a Reaper, which I'm not sure what the thought process is around the Reaper. Maybe they think they're going to get to the point and, like, I don't know, deal some extra damage with those shotguns. That is generally not the way it works, right? Like, when the Reaper is picked, like, you pick him on close range maps, you need to get all the way over here and hope that people are still alive. If you've made it to this point and there are still a bunch of people alive for Reaper to go and use his shotguns against, well, then the enemy team fumbled, like your team, because you're defending, fell apart, right? Like, there should never be a chance for Reaper to get any value out of him. So, like, they should have picked a hit scan character. Also, because they're attacking, they should have picked a sniper. Widowmaker would have been fine. Ashe would have been fine. We'll see what happens, though. Again, you should have taken the high ground.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Where is your D.Va? Where is D.Va? Okay, where'd you go, D.Va? Alright. That's a weird place for D.Va to be, but okay. At least she's not directly in front of the entire enemy team. And if you were on the high ground, you'd be able to see them from here. you know, you'd be able to see your team, right, and then keep them alive, and then you would have far less of an opportunity to be dove, or even up here, you'd be able to see your team and keep them alive, right? You are standing in front of the window as well. You need to be wary of this window here on King's Row. When you're defending, you need to just expect, they don't have one, but you need to expect every time that there will be a Widowmaker looking at you through this window, so you keep line of sight away from that. Okay, trying to keep your team alive, putting in a little bit of damage, but not too much. That's good. That was a great nade right there. You were able to keep your team going from the Sombra. So right now, your team just got anti-healed, right? Your Lifeweaver needs to life grip your tank to cleanse the anti-heal, because if something happens, like at this moment, if she gets charged or something like that, like this is Lifeweaver's time to use his like semi-Suzu ability, right? Like this is one of the only times that he'll be able to get value and use life grip on the tank without pissing everyone off. So this, you know, I don't think he's going to do it, but that's what should happen. Your team also didn't get followed up on, which is indicative of, like, the enemy team not communicating that the anti-heal was about to go out to begin with. Remember not to spend too much time aiming down sights. You have, your entire team needs to be kept an eye on. The more time you spend shooting things, the less you can keep an eye on your team's health. You hear the Sombra. You know that she is behind you inside of that building. You hear her hacking, right? And now you know that she's behind you hacking somebody, and in this moment you need to peel for whoever is getting hacked, which it looks like it is your... Who is this? I can't see him. It is your Junkrat. He's going to need heals right away. You also need to put damage in on this Sombra to stop her from doing what she does.
We have enemies on the point. Lock it down.
You've got your... Sojourn is peeling for the Junkrat, but you just heard the sound of the Reinhardt charging, and you have turned your back to the entire enemy team. So right now, if the Reinhardt charges you, which he's not, but when you hear that sound, your butthole should tighten like no one's business, bro. Like, when you hear that sound and your back is to them, you should expect to be pinned. You have a health pack behind you that you could easily back up and pick up without having to wait for yourself to get healed up over time. Don't forget about your health packs. That was one hell of a sleep dart, dude. That was amazing. Good job. And you were able to easily kill that Reaper before he was able to Wraith form out of there. That's great. I don't know what this Reinhardt thinks he's doing, but this is terrible play on the Reinhardt. Zach, what's going on, dude? Just got off work. Welcome home. Thanks for being here. We're reviewing a silver support gameplay today. We got 3 of them. What is Reinhardt doing up there, bro? Yeah, you are dead, yeah. I was like, you heard the sound of the charge, and remember I said a minute ago, as soon as you hear that sound, and you're not looking at the Reinhardt, just expect that you will be the one who gets charged, and you were. So, you're about to die, your tank is over here anti-healed, needs a life grip desperately. I think this is the end of your team's push, probably, with you going down, and if your tank gets taken out of mech, 100% you guys have lost this point. I'm gonna put it up here, and we're going to watch it from this angle, and we're going to see, kind of get an eye on what happens here. We're going to watch you, kaboom, get charged out, right? Your D.Va still over there, not getting any support at all. I don't know what your Lifeweaver thought he was doing, but he could have life gripped you out of the Reinhardt's charge, which would have saved you. He could have also life gripped D.Va, which would have given you a tank to potentially, combat this Reinhardt and also cleansed her of the anti-heal that had her. You can see she's out of mech now. Your team is dead, bro. Your team is super dead right now. Unless this Reinhardt doesn't, like, is so bad that he can't walk forward, he should just be walking and swinging at this moment. And in that way, like, potentially he, like, they're... Wow, dude, where is their support? Their support is way out of position. Anyway... If Reinhardt were smart, he would be attacking. He went all the way back. He neglected his ability to grab a health pack while he was low health. He is now with his Ana, who is standing in the Junkrat trap, so that's not great, huh? Like, that was a completely wasted opportunity for him. Their Sombra is in your backline, killing your Sojourn. Your team gets a peel, which is great. Where are you? Not quite back yet, so we're going to go ahead, put it on your Life Weaver, and we'll back it up. And we're going to watch as they try to fight their way through. They fumbled entirely. Their team lost their whole advantage right there. Which is great for you. Terrible for them. You see the Sombra is back. She's on your Life Weaver now. Your Life Weaver needs a peel, because if she hits the cube, then it's over for your team. Going to go ahead and put it back on you. That was a nice sleep dart there. You have put your back to the Rhine. The Rhine is dead. Okay. So, right now, your team needs you desperately. They need as much healing as humanly possible. With the Tree of Life here, I feel like it's probably unlikely that your team makes it through here. Thankfully, your D.Va has another mech, which I was going to say, your D.Va being out of mech is kind of the nail in that coffin. But with the D.Va bomb going off here, she gets a full mech replacement, which is great for you. You hear that the Reaper is next to you, right? You heard, I have arrived. You know that the Reaper is here. He immediately goes down. I don't know what is happening with their team, but this is like the most uncoordinated push I've ever seen. This is hilariously bad. You couldn't hit him worth a damn. I don't know why it wouldn't let you heal him, but it looks like he did catch some healing from somewhere, so at least there's that. This Ana is dead. Their team is terrible. Genuinely very bad. Are you about to full hold them right now? Did they give away their entire advantage to the point where they just never make it back to the point? That was a nice sleep dart. You need for your team to follow up on this, and it looks like they are going to, which is great. You hit the nade, which is great. You nano boost the D.Va, who is charging around in their backline. With D.Va being there, you know she's about to die, right? She is so close to death. Where's the life grip? There it is, thank God. And here's the problem with Ana. This right here is the problem with Ana, because both you and Lifeweaver are pumping shots into this D.Va, and no one is able to heal her at any kind of realistic rate. Like, she just made it to half health. You're like 4 shots deep now. You guys get her back up. She's back in armor health. This is good. You want your Sojourn to not do what she just did, because by sliding in there alone with no support, trying to fight this Reinhardt, what does she think is going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen at higher ranks, right? The Sojourn is going to slide in like this. Well, this wouldn't happen at higher ranks, right? But, like, if this did, at higher ranks, the Reinhardt's just going to start swinging, because he knows that he can 2-hit this Sojourn with 2 swings of his hammer. But he runs away. For whatever reason. I have no idea why. He should be swinging so hard right now, dude. Did he just charge away? Okay, he's trying to charge the Sojourn. Reinhardt should be incredibly aggressive at this moment. He's nano boosted. He's got his whole team here. Both of his support are here. Actually, I thought that was his Lifeweaver, but it turns out it's Reaper. Bricks, what's going on? Welcome. And, you know, I realized, like, I don't know, like 10 shows ago that your name is actually Bree X, and, like, I know that, but for whatever reason, I've just hard committed to calling you Bricks. So, sorry about that. You let me know if it ever bothers you. They look very uncomfortable with their sensitivity. The aim is definitely in question, right? The amount of, like, having a high sensitivity can be very good in certain cases, but more often than not, having a lower sensitivity with a big mouse pad, the ability to move around and make fine adjustments, is actually greater with a lower sensitivity. So, like, if you lower your sensitivity, you will hit more shots in general, assuming that you have the mouse space to actually work with. I have no idea if they're on controller or not. So that kind of goes out the window when you're talking about controller, right? So their Ryan charges your Sojourn. Their Ryan using his using nano boost, right? decides he's going to use the ability that already one hits anyway and put himself completely away from the choke, nowhere close to where he needs to go with 30 seconds left on the clock. What could go wrong, bro? I mean, honestly, they're just doing so good at this point. Why not charge away from the point? This is painful to look at. Their team is so bad. The Ana has figured out that, hey, you know what? I'm correct in pronouncing it like bricks. Oh, well, I was wrong. It's because the I is lowercase and the X is capitalized that I thought. Nickname since high school. Love it. All right, cool. Well, now I don't feel stupid. You, in trying to hunt down this Ana, you've abandoned your team to do whatever your team does. Like, they're all full health, but in general, just don't abandon your team as the support player. It's never worth you going out on a wild flank to try and get the, like, one character. That is hilarious, though. That is actually hilarious. I'm sorry if you can hear the lawnmower in the distance. I didn't account for people's need to, like, take care of their grass. My bad. Alright, so they got some pretty good sustain right here. They obviously lose the fight because it's a 2v4. Your Junkrat is down, but the Sojourn is still up, Diva's still up, the Lifeweaver's still up, and you are here. So, like, maybe potentially with the Tree of Life they could pull this off, but I find it very unlikely. Especially because the Reaper is shooting the tank and not you. Oh, look, he figured it out. That's adorable, dude. And the Lifeweaver goes down. I don't know why he thought, like, he's standing on the point with so many people. Why did he think Diva is the one, bro? If there's anybody that needs to die on this point right now, while the Lifeweaver and the Ana are here, fuck them. We're going Diva. Like, Diva's the one. I mean, he kind of deserves the death that he's about to receive, right? But that was hilarious to look at. This is chaos at the end, right? Like, they're trying, but they have no shot. They have no chance. Yeah, so in that game, like, my main criticism for you is that you treat Ana like a character who has mobility, and she doesn't. So you need to remember that you are, like, the second easiest character to kill in the entire game, next to Zenyatta, the only other one who can be killed easier than you. I think that if you keep that in mind, you will have a better time overall, because as you climb into the higher ranks, people are going to see that you are out of position on a flank like that, and they're going to murder you. I know I would murder you if you were out of position like that. I would dive on you and one-hit you so fast. So, like, you need to break yourself of the habit of trying to be the Ana flanker, because you don't have the mobility to be doing stuff like that. If you want to do that, you do it with a teammate, like a Tracer or a Winston or somebody who can go with you, right? Because, like, as a support player, you don't have the DPS high enough to be able to withstand the danger of a flank like that. And then in addition to that, you do it with a character like Moira, who can walk to the point that you're trying to flank on and then fade out of there when something bad happens, or like Lucio, who can wall ride over there to get there very quickly and then do a thing and then get out by wall riding very quickly out of there. Like, you need to do flank angles on a higher mobility character than an Ana. She just isn't the one. She's not the she is not the play. And in addition to that, like, your team faced off against a very uncoordinated team here, but I think that one thing that you can work on is just worrying about damaging a little bit less, because the characters on your team that are actually made to deal damage will do it better than you. So, like, you need to focus on supporting your Bastion, supporting your Junkrat, supporting your Zarya, and in doing so, you will open yourself up to more kills than you would be able to take on your own. I'm not saying never damage, but damage in the times where it makes the most sense. When someone is out of position, your whole team is good, right? Like, your whole team is high in health, stuff like that. If they are getting damaged actively, then you can be better served by keeping them alive, because they're just better at doing the damage than you are. So that's my first one. That is for Ana. We're going to dive into the Suravasa gameplay. This one is still in the silver here. And this is Coffee's gameplay for anybody who is coming to the show and is wondering which viewer sent this in. This is from Coffee, who sent me in the Discord, and the message says, This is rank silver 4. I'm hard stuck silver, and I need criticism and advice on how I can do better. So, we are diving into the second game here, where they play Mercy, which is good because that's their name, so it's going to be easy for me to know who is who. Off the start, you have a Mercy and Illari combo. This can be a very solid combo, although you're lacking a little bit on the ability to burst heal. Your Illari can deal some pretty decent amounts of healing as long as her healing pylon stays alive. Other than that, she is a very aggressive type of healer, almost like a Moira, but with less healing and more aggression, more burst damage. So the Illari Mercy combo can work. You just need to make sure that you are actively taking as much time to heal as you possibly can so that you can enable Illari to use her primary fire a little bit, and that will give her the chance to secure quite a few kills. Also, her ultimate is very, very strong. So as soon as you hear Face the Sunrise, you need to make sure that she is supported in a way that, like, your team can follow up on her Sunburst debuff, because that burst damage that deals is very, very impactful. You also have a Pharah, which means that you can be up in the sky. I would recommend actually not flying around with the Pharah in this gameplay, because the Pharah, like, while she can benefit greatly from a Mercy Pocket, the amount of damage that she does when boosted by the blue beam is not that much higher than the amount of damage she does without the blue beam. So the Mercy Pharah combo is not the combo that it used to be in Overwatch 1. I would say just heal her when necessary, and aside from that, you want to damage boost the Hanzo, actually, because, and while this might seem crazy to people who are watching this, the Hanzo cannot one-hit anymore since the Season 9 health pool changes, but with the blue beam actually can one hit, so you need to focus on supporting the Hanzo with the blue beam more often, because he will have more burst damage impact than the Pharah actually will. You also have a D.Va on your team, which is okay because they have a Mauga. D.Va can kind of get to the places where Mauga can't a little bit faster than he can. He has only the charge. D.Va can use her fly ability to get to high ground positions where he may not be able to. She could also defense matrix his guns. That being said, Mauga puts out a large amount of damage, so you need to keep an eye on D.Va, make sure that she doesn't get in over her head. They also have a Lucio and Moira combo, so their healing is going to be straight up better than yours. Your AoE healing, their AoE healing rather, is going to be higher than yours overall. The Lucio has strong AoE healing, and the Moira, if people are close together, also has very strong AoE healing. And in addition to that, the aggression from the Moira can be something that you, as a Mercy player, are going to struggle to live through. Because while you're flying around, Moira can just left-click in your general direction and completely deny all of your value, so that is something that you need to keep in mind. The Moira can very easily kill you and can hit you while you're being evasive to, like, the other characters. In addition to that, they have a Sojourn, which is the best DPS in the entire game, and a Venture, which is a very strong DPS right now, albeit at closer ranges than the Sojourn. So you need to watch out for the Sojourn's burst damage from the Railgun, otherwise she will just straight up kill you. That is the best character in the whole game for damage that is not named Zarya, right? Like, Sojourn has the highest burst damage potential, and even though she can't one-hit with the Railgun anymore, since the nerf and the changes to the health pools, she can still deal almost all of your hit points worth of damage, so a slight tickle or a gentle breeze will finish you off. So you need to be wary of this character. This is going to be the main threat on their team. Her and Moira are going to be the main threats on their team, so just keep that in mind. You are moving forward here. You've got the Guardian Angel going. Again, like I talked about, you are damage boosting the Pharah because this is like the kind of thought out best combo right here with the Pharah. That being said, like the Hanzo needs you more. Okay, you're trying to keep this D.Va up. D.Va took a massive amount of damage from the Alpha Burst of the enemy team. The Alpha Burst is when they have every cooldown available to them. The game just started, so they have every cooldown known to man, and they're going to use them all straight off the jump so that they can start putting them on cooldown, and that's why D.Va took so much damage right away. You need to get her back into armor health as quickly as possible, which is the orange bars, and that way she gets the damage reduction from being in armor health. And you do keep her, pretty close. Hopefully the Illari can get her the rest of the way. There you go. You get her up. Good. And you've got the healing on this Hanzo. Don't neglect... man, your Pharah went down. This is actually a good res. That's a good res to take because nobody was looking at you. You had line of sight away from the enemy team. Not only that, but it's also up in the air, which makes it less likely that you will be seen overall. Just be careful about flying too high. Don't forget that you can be seen pretty easily by their venture and their sojourn up here. This is pretty good. Your Pharah is doing work right now. Your Illari, your whole team is team-shotting very effectively. And the most powerful weapon in the entire game that every character has access to is the team shot. So the more your team shots, the easier it will be to eliminate the enemy. You will kill them before human reaction speed can actually kick in. You are looking at the ground. I'm not sure what happened here. Did your game lag out? Did you alt-tab? What is this? My mistake. Yeah, what happened, dude? You gotta check your email. What was that? Right now, in this between time, again, you should be damage boosting the Hanzo so that he can potentially get that one hit off on the enemy team. If he does get a one hit, that will like immediately skew the fight into your favor. And he is able to kill their Lucio. Again, like with the Lucio going down, their AoE healing is significantly reduced. They have lost this fight already, assuming that your D.Va doesn't immediately get killed. Yeah, I can't recommend this. You've spent too much time damage boosting this Pharah. Your team needs you. Pharah is fine. She's got plenty of mobility. She can reach the high ground angles. She can use her right click to quickly maneuver back to a position of safety. Your team needs you more. So I would say just be over here. Spend a second or two damage boosting and then be out of there. Because, like, your D.Va's already out of mech. You could have prevented, excuse me, prevented that. It's kind of... Oh, I backed it up too far. It's kind of an easy mistake to think that the Pharah is the person you should be on. But in reality, you need... The rest of the team needs your support more. If the Pharah dies while she's in the sky, that means she's a shitty Pharah. With this coming, with this Bastion in the way here, you know that it's time for you to leave. You should be... running. You should know that this is danger. This character is extreme danger for you because while you glide gently through the air, Bastion is just going to obliterate you. The fact that he hasn't killed you yet is nothing short of insane. Your whole team has died, though. Everyone but you and Pharah are dead. It's time for you to leave Pharah to her grave. Like, you stop damage boosting her, and you start floating towards this doorway, and you let Pharah figure it out on her own. Maybe you call it out inside of chat, you tell her, it's time for us to go, Pharah. But if she stays on this point and she dies, that's her fault. And again, this is her fault. When she dies right now, this is her fault. She got a triple kill, which is very nice, but, like, you don't have enough damage to take out this tank. And if you do have enough damage to take out this tank, that is solely indicative, and the Moira, dude. Like, this is so dangerous for you guys to be here, even in a 2v2. Straight up, you guys should lose this 2v2. You have Valk. Maybe you could win this with Valk. No, it's done, dude. You should have been punished for that res. The Moira should have been on you. Like, they should have known when the Pharah went down that the first thing you were going to try and do is res the Pharah. And, like, the Moira should have been beaming you in the face while the Mauga shot you in your face, and you would have died immediately. You should have been punished for that. That's not a res you should have gone for. But you get caught inside of the cage fight. Again, you are healing your team, so you have a lot of healing on yourself. I cannot believe you survived that. In no way should your team have been able to have kept you alive in that moment. That will not happen at higher levels. They will see that you are going for the res, and they will shoot you in the head, and that will be the end of the mercy. And right now, you need to prioritize who you're going to res, right? So, your Ilaria is down. This is the person that needs to come back. Your Pharah can come back from the spawn pretty quickly. Hanzo can shoot from far away. You don't need him. You absolutely need the Ilaria to keep the D.Va alive. You are getting beamed by this Moira. And while the Moira doesn't have quite enough damage to kill you, any amount of follow-up on the Moira's damage will kill you. And there you go. You do go down. You took a little bit of damage there from the Tracer, and that was all that you needed. Your team should not have won this fight to begin with, but the D.Va is utilizing bombs, so let's see who gets killed by the bomb. No one. And then the Lucio just stands in front of her and gets killed by the mech drop. Bro, you can't make this up. This is so bad. All right. Your D.Va's here alone, though. She should be dead. And she loses her mech. There we go. Their team is going to take it from you at this moment. That's totally fine. Pharah came back. I don't know what Pharah is doing back right now, but this is the wrong place for her to be. This is throwing at higher ranks. You come back while you have nobody else on the point, even though your tank is still here, right? Pharah should have known better. This fight is over. You guys lost this point. It is what it is. If you do this... Excuse me. I have to burp, but I just had lung surgery, so it hurts really bad to burp, so I'm trying not to. The Pharah, if she staggers in like this into a 2v3 or a 2v5 or whatever this is, 2v3 right now, like at higher ranks, they'll just kill you. And they'll keep that stagger train going for what could be the entire game. Yeah, like you guys... The fact that Baby D.Va's still alive is amazing. Like, the enemy team has some incredible trigger discipline to have not killed this Baby D.Va, but what I really think it is I think that they just don't know that she's still here, right? Like, the Pharah is able to kill the Bastion. Again, this will not happen in higher ranks. The Pharah, most of the time, will not be able to kill the Bastion in this range. Like, these guys are just bad. Let's see, where are you? Are you back? You're almost back. You're waving to them. Your team is taking a fight that they have no business taking. The D.Va finally dies. You get a free res off on the D.Va. The Mauga and the Tracer are right here. That was a dangerous res to have taken, but you did get it, so at least there's that, right? Your D.Va gets the mech back up. Cardiac overdrive is on. What is happening, bro? The Mauga can't save himself. It's over. He's dead, dude. You're dead, fam. Just die. Alright. Your Junkrat is throwing. Your Junkrat is throwing. Your Ilaria is throwing. Everybody who left that team fight is not doing the right thing. Everyone should be together every time. Every time. No exceptions. No, I'm running to the point because the thing is going to open up. The next point is going to start, you guys. Oh my god. None of that. Shut up. Get with your team and fight with your team. Every time. We don't split off. I know it's Flashpoint. This is a classic low-level move where people will run over to the next Flashpoint as soon as the fight is done. That is not, like, as soon as the point is won or lost. That is not how you do it. You stay with the team every time. If the team is fighting and they're not on the point, then you are also fighting not on the point. And then when the team is done and you've won the fight, then you go to the point. And we've left D.Va. D.Va has no support. If she goes out of mech, you lose this point immediately. You know that, right? Alright, you're keeping her alive. You're trying to get yourself out of the way. Just utilize your angles here. Like, you can heal D.Va completely from the complete safety of right here, right? You totally line of sight that doorway. You get the beam on her. She can walk over here. She can come up here. Like, she can go all over the place. And you never get seen by the enemy, right? And then this spot opens you up to this line of sight, so you need to be ready to move over here, which will line of sight the people coming from that way. You can also utilize this high ground. You can Guardian Angel to the D.Va, and then stand on this high ground, do the exact same thing. You have plenty of cover here. Don't stand in the middle of the open. And I want you to not pocket this Pharah too much in this next team fight. Hopefully you have reason to look in other places. You see how their team is grouping up? This is how it needs to look every time before we push. Every single time, the whole team needs to be there. Okay. Your team is doing their thing. You have a Junkrat now instead of a Hanzo. This is better. You had a Junkrat. He's dead already. Their team already dead from the damage from the Junkrat, and their Sojourn already dead from the damage of the Pharah. You guys have won this fight. When they don't have a tank and they're down to DPS, you guys have already won this fight. That was very quick. You were not able to get the res on that Junkrat because you got booped out of the way. You need to be very afraid of this Tracer. Tracer deals 480 damage per clip. That's almost double the amount of health you have. Tracer's dead. Your team is mopping them up. You should be able to hear the Moira's footsteps behind you and know that this is death. You need to call it out. You need to be pinging that the Moira is here, and hopefully you are. I can't actually see if you are or not, but you absolutely need to be pinging for this Moira so that somebody comes up and gives you the peel. And you just line of sight him. You stand close to this, right? Stand close to the fountain, and then you peek around the corner, you give the beam. You peek around the corner, you give the beam, right? And then that way nobody can actually shoot you. You can stand in complete safety here. You guys have won this point. That was really easy. I'm not gonna lie. You guys won that so easily. I'm actually kind of surprised. Your Junkrat wants to die. And your team shotting, again, look at how many character portraits are in the deaths. Your team shotting on your team is next level. Far, far better than gold, or than silver even. You don't leave them. Don't leave them. You need them. You need your Illari to be alive. You need your Junkrat to be alive. They're fighting. They only have a couple of people left. Just assist them, kill them, and then your whole team can move to the next point. Your D.Va having left already? Like, this is not good. Like, who's gonna protect D.Va over there? Who's gonna protect Pharah over there? Your Junkrat is dead. Your Illari should also die, but she kills the Lucio. Your Illari's kind of next level, I'm not gonna lie. She's pretty all right. Okay. This is death, right? You heard her footsteps. You now see everybody is coming to you. You gotta get the hell out of here. You gotta pick somebody over on the point like D.Va, and you gotta fly to them right now. This should be, like, this is 1 second and I'm dead. At any rank higher than gold. You pop Valk, you get out of there right away. Good. This is great. You're up and out of the way. You got the chain heal going. The cage fight comes out, and the Lucio ultimate comes out. Alright, so it's silly time here on Suravasa. Every single person in there and their mom is popping ultimate at the same time. With inside of the cage fight, the D.Va is getting healed by you. The Moira pops ultimate on the enemy team. Your Illari is about to pop her ultimate. I think she just did. Yeah, she just did. And so that's 4 ultimates, 5 ultimates that have been used all at the same time. Potentially Pharah could just come in and solve this whole thing if she comes in and uses her rocket barrage. So it's going to be D.Va who uses it instead. Every single ultimate. Every ultimate but the Junkrat tire and the Tracer Pulse Bomb gets used. So 8 out of 10 ultimates get used all at the same time. This shit is crazy, bro. 9 out of 10. Tracer used Pulse Bomb. We don't do that. So when you're committing to fights, you 2 ultimates and you're done, right? 2 ultimates and you win the fight or you lose the fight. If you win off of 2 ultimates, great. If you lose off of 2 ultimates, okay. At least you still have more ults for later. This is insanity. Okay. Your team could be getting ready, right? Like your team could be repositioning at the places where you know they're about to be. Instead, we're all just kind of hanging out on the point. There aren't as many angles on Suravasa for you to take. So, like, I can't really harp on that too much. But the team should be repositioning to the places where we think they'll be next. Pharah was there. Maybe a little bit too deep, but she was at least there. With the Bastion being there, like, this is death if that Bastion wants to kill that Pharah. You need to call out to Pharah that she's now alone. Junkrat gets one with the tire. You need to support more than you need to damage right now. Like, you can't do anything to this, Malga. You should not have the gun out. Your Illari needs heals. Like, there are other things that you should be doing. The gun should not be out at this moment. There you go. So your team shots came in. You team shotted with the Junkrat who trapped the Malga. He also put the bombs in on him. Your Illari came in and also put the burst damage on him. That is a lot of damage for him to deal with. But again, if your Illari had died, how would you have felt, right? If your Illari had gone down, well, the gun was out. You guys are running this team, though. And you're able to res D.Va, completely denying the value that they put in. It's pretty wild that you've been able to get away with all this, I'm not gonna lie.
Still boosting you.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
This is death. Being right here, if they had accurate enemies, if you had accurate enemies, you would just die. You don't want to be there. Never want to put yourself in front of the giant opening. You pop Valk right away, there's nothing wrong with that. The team fight has started, so you use it to initiate the team fight. This is actually strong support play right here. Good, just keep an eye on your team, make sure that everybody stays alive. Use your chain heal to keep them up. They have a Roadhog now, which could be very, very deadly for your team. You get the heal up on the Junkrat, that's good. Your Pharah is throwing her life away. Okay, I think this is fine. I think we're doing all right now. We don't want to get too close to their spawn as they come back out, right? You're using your movement pretty well. That is a value tire right there. It kills the tank and it kills one of their support. You have essentially won the game based off of that tire. Very unlikely that they get to come back from that. With your Junkrat being down, it almost doesn't even matter. And you're able to get a free res, that's crazy. With their team, they're not playing they have a mercy, we're going to lose out on all our value game. They're not playing intelligently. Every time somebody dies, they should just expect you to be there. But they're not. You are utilizing your cover well here, but you keep putting yourself in this doorway. I would advise not to put yourself in the doorway. There's kind of no need to. Keeping the team alive. Keeping the team alive. You want to heal this Junkrat, but you would put yourself in some pretty extreme danger by doing so. And you guys win. That team was very uncoordinated, extremely uncoordinated, and they never punished you for trying to get a res. Not one time did they come in and punish you for trying to get a res. And because of that, not only did you have the team shots, which were the reason why you killed them so quickly, were because everybody on your team was all shooting the same person almost every time, which is great. That's exactly what you want to see. But in addition to that, like the damaging you while trying to get the res is like one of the most important parts about playing against a Mercy. To try and counter a Mercy, you need to punish her for trying to res, and the enemy team just didn't do that at all. So, like, as you get to higher ranks, you will find that the danger of going in and trying to get those reses gets higher and higher, and, like, the likelihood of you actually pulling it off gets smaller and smaller. So I would be very choosy about the reses you decide to take, like earlier in the gameplay where the Moira was using ultimate and the Malga was right in front of you. You would have died in that moment had they been better at the game. That is an L for their team. It shows that they are low level and they don't understand what to do or how to play the game, and how to counter certain characters. Like, there are opportunities for punishment while the Mercy is rezzing. That animation keeps you pretty fixed in your positioning, and that is like the perfect time to headshot you. They just didn't. I don't know why, but they didn't. My main critique of your Mercy gameplay is to be choosy about your reses and utilize your pieces of cover, which you did very well towards the end. I'm gonna put it like right here. You see that you are, this is a great example here. You are healing up your team while in the complete safety of this wall. You are completely unable to be shot from here, but the flying around thing that you do a lot is going to be increasingly more dangerous the higher in rank that you get. So just be wary of that. And know when people can hit their shots, that the more time you spend in the air, the more likely it is that you will be taken out. The other thing is like you gotta know when to use the gun and when not to. The only time you pulled it out was against that Mauga, which I think is fine. Your whole team had eliminated their entire team, but if your Alari had died, you would have felt differently about it, right? Like if that Mauga had prioritized better, had utilized the hierarchy of who to shoot inside of Overwatch intelligently, then your Alari would have died, and then you would have followed up with it. So like in that moment, you know, you could have been healing her instead of dealing damage, and the same result would have happened. Like the Mauga still would have died, but your Alari would not have gotten close to death. That was a pretty good game though. You haven't sent me a loss, I don't think. Unless this last game is an L. So it's hard to critique gameplay where the enemy team folds under the pressure of your DPS. So we're gonna have to see. This is the final gameplay here. Let's go ahead and load it up, paste, and view. And I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee while we're loading in here. This one is a Lucio gameplay, maybe? I didn't load this one up prior to, so I actually don't know what this one will be. We're just gonna move it forward a little bit. 2, 1, and good. Okay. So let's put it on you. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. Delicious. Okay. Flo, what's going on, bro? How are you? We're reviewing, speaking of coffee, we're reviewing Coffee's gameplay today. It is a massive support gameplay review. The first game was on King's Row. She played Ana. Last game was on Suravasa. She played Mercy. In this game, she is playing Lucio on Ilios. So we're going to see how this one goes. I didn't look at this one, so I don't know what happens. Hope your kid is doing better. Thanks, bro. She is at school today, so we have the normally scheduled programming here going on. I gave her the day off yesterday. Yesterday evening, we went for a walk. Then we went for another walk where she rode her scooter around. And then after that, we went for a third walk where we walked the dog. And she rode her scooter around again. So, you know, based on the amount of energy she had in the evening, I'm gonna say she's probably fine. Probably, you know, got some allergies, got a stuffy nose, but I think other than that, I think she's doing good. And the rank is Silver 4 here. So, low in the Silver bracket. And the gameplay on the enemy teams that she has sent in has been horrendous. They didn't punish the Mercy res not a single time. They didn't get to point 1 in King's Row. Like they can't play Overwatch worth a damn. It's like watching do you ever see people inside of a swimming pool and they got those noodles, right? And they're just slapping people, they're just slapping each other with the noodles all crazy, right? Like they're just whap, 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 with the noodles, right? Like that's what the enemy teams have been doing to her team. And it is hilarious, bro. It is legitimately sad to look at. Phantom Bride, what's going on? How are you? The gameplay we're doing today is a Silver 4 support review. We had 3 support games, all with different players, with different characters. Same person, same viewer sent them in, so that's what we're doing. That's the kind of people I deal with in ranked. I don't know how to carry that. Yeah, but in your ranked games, they're on your team. In her ranked games, they're on the enemy team, bro. We got pool noodles all over the place on the enemy team. I think in that last game, the enemies got like 4 kills between them. Like, it was crazy. All right, so let's start it up. You got I forgot to critique the amount of tomfoolery going on with the team comp. Okay, so you got a Lucio, which is great for this map because the boot potential is very high. You have a Roadhog. Again, he can hook people off the map. So again, a very strong character for this map. You have a Pharah who can boop people off the map with her I forget what it's called actually. Her boop, right? She has a shoot it at the ground and the enemy team goes flying ability. So you have very high boop potential on your team. Their team is also rocking a little bit of that, where they have the Roadhog who can take people off the map. They have the Junkrat who can do the same thing, but far less effectively. They've got a Hanzo, which I think is kind of just a throw pick right now. And your team has better support than they do. So you have a Lucio Kiriko, and this is just straight up a better support combo than their Lifeweaver and Mercy. They are going to have a hard time dealing with your damage because they have no AoE healing. You have Lucio's aura to AoE heal. You also have Kiriko, who can't miss a heal, and they have the, counter that, they have the Lifeweaver, who also cannot miss a heal. So, like, the AoE healing on your team is better. The boop ability on your team is better. Your one-shot potential is higher. So I think that your team will probably win this. At least this first point, just based off of who is here. You are in front of the tank, though. Need to make sure that this tank is in front of you. And while you are up here, you don't know if Roadhog is still with you. You need to make sure that you are enabling Roadhog to do what Roadhog does. You see their Junkrat is here, and you immediately get one hit by the Hanzo, right? And so this is what I was talking about in the previous game, where you had a Hanzo off the start. The Hanzo can't one-hit anymore, but he can one-hit with the power of the blue beam from the Mercy. So exactly what I talked about in the last gameplay. This is a better combo now in this meta than the Mercy pocketing a Pharah. Mercy pocketing a Pharah does not allow for that much additional damage. Hanzo gets to one hit with the Mercy pocket. Therefore, it is a straight up better pick for you to go on. Okay. So, got your Roadhog is going in on the point here. He hooks the Junkrat in, which, you know, can be good. I think in certain situations that can be fine. He is down a support, though, so that could have gone awry very quickly. Thankfully, it didn't. Your Kiriko is up in fucking Narnia. I have no idea what she's doing up here. Pardon my French, but, like, what are you doing up here while everyone is on the point? Who are you assisting? So she chucks a little bit of Ofuda over to your tank. She's actually doing pretty all right. The travel time for the Ofuda is very long, though. So, like, for her being up there, it's making it difficult for her to keep your tank alive. That being said, their team has not come around the corner yet, so that is horrendous. How do you let a Roadhog die while both your supports are alive? You are back, so let's put it on you. You see the Hanzo, you know that he killed you last time. Do not jump into his face. When you barrel stuff the Hanzo, you are asking to be one hit. I'm on the objective. You could be supporting your team right now. Like, you are ego dueling this Hanzo because he killed you with the bow last time. There's no reason for you to be ego dueling. You don't even have the point yet. You could be calling out to your team, hey, let's get the point. You could be assisting this Roadhog with your healing aura. Right now, you have nobody in your healing aura except for maybe this Tracer who's there by accident. Like, you are just opening yourself up to a death here. Your team has figured out that they don't have the point yet. Everybody went back. They got the point. This is good. You guys are good now. Remember to only swap. Remember, okay, so with Lucio, just leave the healing aura on unless you're intentionally swapping to the speed aura for a reason. Right now, you're using the speed to get over here quickly, which is kind of fine, but remember that your heal aura, while on, you still get a boost of momentum for wall riding, so utilize that rather than swapping to the speed aura so much. You should have that heal aura on right now. You don't need to be swapping this much. You're kind of doing it for no reason. Again, heal aura on. Just leave it on. Unless for some reason you are intentionally seeing that something needs to happen faster. That is the only time you swap over to that speed aura. Your Roadhog is taking more damage than he needs to because of the swapping, the constant swapping back and forth between Lucio's aura. See this? You have the speed aura on. You just swapped back, but he would have had more health right now if you had just left it on. Again, you're not doing it for any particular reason. You're just doing it because you see people do it. That's not the way. That was a good time to have used it, right? Even though he's critical, like, to have used it during his whole hog to enable him to get more value out of the whole hog, that is a good time to use it. You see the yellow beam on him, right? You know that this Mercy is on him, right? This guy, less impactful of a kill than the Mercy. You can be targeting the Mercy. Also, you don't need to barrel stuff him. But in doing this, you have left your team, right? Like, they need your support over here. The hog needs you. There's no reason for you to be up in the face of the enemy support. You don't have enough damage to be impactful in this way. And your gun works from range. Just gonna put that forward. Right now, you are asking to be killed. Being this close to this Hanzo, yes, I know you want the boop. Being this close to this Hanzo in higher ranks will just kill you. He'll pop Storm Arrow and he'll shoot you twice in the face before you can blink. This is horrendous gameplay on the part of the Hanzo. You should have been punished for that. And you will be punished for that when people know how to play the game. When they can hit shots, that will end you. Okay, you're doing good here. Doing good here. We're not swapping off the healing aura for too many things. Why are you swapping to speed right now? For what purpose do you need the speed aura right now? You know what I mean? For no reason, right? Absolutely zero reason. The Lifeweaver falls off the map. The Mercy is low. And you get immediately blasted by the Roadhog, or by the Junkrat. The Junkrat, it doesn't look like in the kill feed that the Roadhog actually hit you, but he definitely did. The Junkrat hit you with a bomb and a mine, and that was the end of you. The amount of aggression that you're putting out is kind of fine, but your tank needs to be in front of you more. If you got this big, giant body in front of you, it's far less likely that you will be hit by things. You know what I mean? So we're gonna watch this here. Your hog is about to be killed. There it is. Again, like your Kiriko, only just Suzu'd him. Where is Kiriko? She only just Suzu'd him. She could have saved his life if she were spending more time actually healing that Roadhog. Your Pharah is doing nothing. She's throwing. Like, I don't know why you're here. There's no reason for you to be here. Play your life. This is just death for you. You're not doing anything by contesting this. They already have the point, dude. What are you even doing? Literally nothing. Just throwing your life away. See, the Kiriko understands, right? The fight is over. We've lost the point. It's time to go back to the squad. You are also waiting, which is great. I saw you sitting down on the ground. That is great. But you can sit down on the ground inside of the spawn. Imagine if they had a Tracer. Imagine if they had a different DPS character, like an Echo or something like that. And you're just sitting there on the ground by your spawn door, and then that Echo comes in and blasts your head off, right? But you would take no damage right here. No reason to have left this room if you were waiting for everybody to come back. Complete immunity to damage inside of the spawn. Okay, this is a good time. This is a good time. Like, you guys got to remember, though, that, like, you're walking into a doorway with a Junkrat spamming into it while a Roadhog is there who can hook you off the map. So, like, this maybe not the best way. Maybe go around, right? And you guys are figuring that out, I think, at this moment. Yep, good. Great. Because that Junkrat in the doorway, he's got a much higher chance to hit you when you walk into close quarters. Close quarters. Good. You have no reason to have the speed boost on right now. We're waiting for the picks, right? We're waiting for somebody to do something of value. Your Hanzo goes down, but their Tracer goes down. So, like, you're both down in DPS. Why? Okay, look, dude. So, in this moment, like, yes, using your ultimate is a good idea to initiate this team fight, but the far better ult combo, and again, we use 2 ultimates, only 2, to engage into a fight. So in doing this, you have missed out on the best ult combo in the entire game, which is Kitsune Rush and Whole Hog together. If he pops Whole Hog right now, he can obliterate this Roadhog before you can, before he will be able to, like, heal away his damage, and the beat was kind of not necessary in this moment. You needed to call out, you needed to hit the scoreboard button, see that those 2 characters had ultimate at the same time, and then you got to be the one who says, can we get the Kitsune Whole Hog combo, please? And then in that way, you guys will obliterate their team. You should be dead for this. The fact that you didn't die for that is only because of where you're at in rank. Do not jump in the face of a Whole Hog. That is, like, him in Whole Hog is literally death. Don't do that. That guy sucks. Thankfully he used his movement ability. I was really about to think nothing of that Life Weaver. He shouldn't have been there, though. That was positioning error on his part. Yep, we see the Mercy. We know what she's about to do. Good, this is great. This is great. Yeah, dude, the Whole Hog is like the deadliest, one of the deadliest ultimates in the game. He could just push you into a wall and kill you. He could have pushed you all the way off the map if he'd have stayed on you. The fact that that Mercy didn't get the res is great. You knew to actually advance on her. This is good. You got the point back. Awesome. Hey. It's kind of fine to speed boost at this moment because there's no reason to do anything else. You did want to be at this door, right? You did want to be at this door with your Roadhog, so at least you got him there. You're trying to go over the doorway here. You do put the healing aura on, so that's great. But you didn't even know if the Roadhog was low. You couldn't see him from that angle to really tell if he was low. Save your amp it up because that has a very long cooldown. You see, 12 seconds. Like, what if you would have needed that right now? Like, legitimately. And you swapped off of the heal to put the speed back on. What are we speeding? Who are we speeding right now? For what purpose? You need intention. Okay, so your Roadhog's going in with the Whole Hog right now. Your Life Weaver needs to... Excuse me. Your team has no other ultimates. The Life Weaver is probably going to pop Tree of Life and save everybody on this point. And there it is. And your Hog was able to get their Hog off the map, which means that you guys pretty much win this. But that being said, that ult combo would have been far more effective if utilized with the Kitsune Rush. Why do you have speed on right now? What are you speeding? Speeding your way to the respawn screen? Okay. Your team is... You've lost this fight. With you down, yes, their Hog is down, but the only people that are here right now are Pharah, who is 1 hit, and the Roadhog, who cannot actually beat their team. Your Kiriko is actually alive. She's just in a stupid-ass position. I don't know what she's doing over there. That's not where you're supposed to be. Stop doing this. You look dumb standing on a roof over there while your entire team is fighting down here on the point. You look like an idiot. Stop doing that. That's not you, so I can be mean to that person. And the Life Weaver's back. Your Hog is gonna die. You know, the best thing that your Hog could do right now is fall back. Falling back would be the best... Falling back would have been the best possible scenario. He just charged a bunch of people's ultimates by standing there for an extra long time. All the damage he did was just healed up by the Mercy, who gained ultimate charge off it. He didn't actually get any kills. The Junkrat got a bunch of ult charge off of hitting him and was able to use the ultimate to kill him, although that would have been better saved for the next team fight, but like regardless, right? Like he could have just died or could have just left. Also, your Pharah's in here doing the same thing, getting no kills, having absolutely zero value, charging the ultimates of the enemy team. You're on your way back right now, but instead, you need to look at your kill feed, notice that your Roadhog is gone, and speed boost him back to the point, because you have that power. That is the time when speed boost should be on. Right, you don't need to stagger this right now. There are people who are close that can put it into overtime. You can also get there before the overtime starts. You have all of the time in the world. I know it doesn't feel like it because it's at 85, but you actually have all of the time in the world to get that hog back to the point. What was that? I just want to put this on Farah for a second, and we're just gonna back it up because that was stupid. Look at what happens. Farah kills herself with her own rocket barrage. Bro, come on, dude. It happened so quick. But, I mean, that's what she gets. She should have never used ultimate while the team wasn't there to help. Why are you here with the speed aura on? Who are you assisting right now? Remember what your role is, right? Who are you supporting in this moment? Both of your DPS are dead. You should lose this point. In any normal game, you would lose this point because of this. Why do you still have the speed aura on? There we go. There we go. Being on this point with this Junkrat should be death for everyone. He just can't aim. You thought about it for a second. You see the yellow beam on him. You know this person needs to die first. We can stop putting damage into the Junkrat. Junkrat's dead. Yup, you know that she needs to die. You keep swapping to speed aura for no reason. That was dumb on the Mercy's part, but that was kind of her only move she could have done. You guys should have lost that point.
Score.
All right, we're just gonna fast forward some. We're just gonna fast forward. Man, we are really playing the entire support lineup here, and I appreciate that because this really is a giant support competitive review. Like, we've gone 4 characters now, so all right, so let's check it out. Right at the start of this round, you have swapped over to a Moira, which is good and arguably a better pick than Mercy in pretty much every scenario. Sorry, Mercy mains, Moira is OP right now. Maybe not super OP because she did get a nerf at the start of season 10, but it's such a small nerf that I think that Moira's still A tier at the least. You have a Venture, you have a Farah, you have the Kiriko, and the Moira Kiriko combo is one of the best combos in the entire game. You guys are going to stomp on this team unless they suddenly, all of a sudden, decide they know how to aim, which I seriously doubt. Your DPS are very strong. Farah can keep herself alive up in the sky by just not getting hit. Venture can put out that automatic damage, and I think that you will have an easy time mopping them up. They have a Mercy and a Lifeweaver still. Lifeweaver, great at denying your team value. That being said, there's kind of nothing that your team has in terms of debuffs that Lifeweaver can life grip away. The only thing he could do is, like, save somebody who's low health, right? They have a Soldier, which is the only DPS that is actually, like, this is the first time all game that someone has thought, maybe I should play a hit scan character, which is crazy to me, because, like hit scans are literally the best characters in the entire game for damage. But here we go. We finally have a Soldier. Maybe they'll be able to shoot some things. And they have the Junkrat still. Their tank swapped over to a Ramatra, which is, like, not a good counter to Roadhog at all. The Ramatra's main ability is to survive, and the way he does that is by blocking, right? So, like, their team needed to swap over to an Orisa, which is the hard counter to Roadhog, and then the Orisa would have been just as survivable as the Ramatra, but with a ridiculously huge amount of damage output that would put Ramatra's dick firmly into the dirt. Plant it and grow a tree of life out of it. Like Orisa's so much better. I said Ramatra, I meant Roadhog. And Orisa's so much better of a counter to Roadhog. Even Malga would have been, like, fine, although not as good as Orisa. Ramatra is just not it, dude. He can't do anything. His only ability to do anything is to survive by blocking. That was kind of a nifty move off the start there.
Nice. Let's keep it up.
The Kiriko also liked your move. But then you, in trying to replicate it, you hit a wall. which is very funny. Okay, yeah, you can immediately start this off by throwing your healing orb right here. You can bounce it here off of this, and then it will bounce backwards, and then it'll bounce off of here, and then it'll bounce over here, over and over and over again. He can punch through Orisa's shield. Orisa doesn't have a shield. Orisa's shield went away in like season, I don't know, 8 or something like that. Talking about Ramatra? What shield? Okay, so the Pharah is up in the sky. You kind of wasted the ability, healing orb by throwing it up there. I see what you were trying to do. If she takes that much damage, it's her fault. She shouldn't be in a place where she can be hit that many times, as Pharah. I know we don't have Skybox Pharah anymore, but that being said, she could land on here, wait for her shit to charge up, and then she gets up there, she puts in some shots, right? And then she gets out, right? Like, she doesn't need to be taking that much damage in the sky. You know, okay. Alright, I didn't realize it was a joke. If Pharah is dead, that's her fault. You are fading into their backline. You should be dead right now. They should punish you for being here. Their whole team is here. What are you doing? Why would you do this? This is low-level gameplay. Don't do this. Don't fade into the entire enemy team and try and kill them. That is just going to get you killed. This is what you should be doing. And also reminding that Roadhog that he has a mega health pack right next to him. In addition to that, you need to tap your heal a little bit more. You are holding it down there for a second. Tap, tap, tap with Moira. It heals for a second after it has stopped actually being shot. So I want you to practice that in the practice range so that you can get an idea of how much time you need to have the spray on someone and how much health they get afterwards. It does actually continue healing after you stop spraying them. This is good. You threw your healing orb. Good. Good. That's a nice fade. You got out of there. You're trying to charge yourself back up. Your healing orb could be on cooldown right now. You do throw it just a second too late. So you are thinking about it, so that's good. Yep, that was the right time to damage. Good shit. Throw the healing orb. What are you waiting for? Throw that orb. There you go. You threw it too low. Remember, like, think of the orb like pool, like the game pool, like billiards, right? You shoot that shit, and it's gonna bounce where you shoot it, right? So if you shoot it here, you know it will bounce back to you. If you shoot it on a ramp, it's gonna go straight up into the sky, and you're never gonna see it again. It's gonna float away like a red balloon. This is good. Trying to get to her. Again, like, she just... You need to tell Pharah in team chat, Pharah, if you need a heal, I need you to fall next to me. I need you to land next to me so that I can heal you. It's not your fault. Also, Kiriko can hit Pharah in the sky without having to aim at her. Your healing orb has such gigantic value that you're wasting it throwing it in the sky. You can generate so much ultimate charge off of that. And you have a Roadhog who constantly goes low health and can get like the full value out of your healing orb, and you'll be able to generate coalescence really fast. So I want you to focus on keeping your healing orb in the place where you'll get maximum value out of it, and then you won't be so low on juice either. You're holding it too long. You can damage from here. Just a little bit. You have to think about it. I think this is a character that you might not play very often. I think you should practice up with Moira because, like, you are doing a lot of the right things, but it's like a second or two after you should be doing it, and that's indicative of, like, it not being muscle memory yet, right? Right? Like, so you just don't know exactly when to do it because, like, you're not thinking, you have to think about it first and then you do it. But you are doing a lot of the right things. I'll give you that. This hog needs to be kept alive. Good, that was a much better orb. Yup, yes, good, good. You need to keep this venture alive. You're holding it. Get ready to fade. You did not fade. That is very dangerous for you. If that had made a right turn at Albuquerque, he could have came and got you. You don't have the burst potential to destroy the Junkrat tire before it destroys you, so be very careful about that. You need like a Sojourn railgun amount of damage to be able to destroy that Junkrat tire. So like you just don't have it as your damage over time beam. I don't want to encourage you to do that again. You should be, when the Junkrat tire comes out, you should be finger over the fade button, getting ready to get the fuck out of there. Excuse my language. It's silly time here on Ilios. So the Kitsune Rush comes out, and the Whole Hog comes out. Again, this is the best ultimate combo in the entire game. You guys are going to obliterate this Ramatra before he has a chance to do anything about it. Your Coalescence coming out, you don't necessarily need it with the damage of the Roadhog using his Whole Hog. So right now you can be using this to destroy their Mercy, right? Like the Coalescence has the ability to hit people that are flying through the sky and hit them very effectively. You can completely ignore this Ramatra because you know he's going to be fine. He's going to be dead. Your team's going to be fine. And you can destroy the Mercy, who you can see the yellow beam is healing him, right? Gotta prioritize targets. Tank is the last person to die. Plus your tank and your Kiriko already have it. You stood in his ultimate for so long. Again, this Mercy could have been dead. She's still alive back here, still doing her thing, damage boosting the soldier during his tack visor. You did not heal your Venture. I think you saw them, but I don't think you had the moment to react. And your team takes them out. This is fine. You're pressing your advantage. You just wiped out a bunch of the enemy team. This is totally fine. You fade in there, but I want to discourage you from fading into the advantage. While it does get you there very quickly, you might need that to escape. So advance on foot, fade out, right? Same thing as Winston. You advance on foot, you jump down from a high ground position, right? And then when you need to get out, you dive, you use the movement ability to get out of there. You want to treat it like that because in this 6 seconds, if Ashe hits you two times in the head, like that could be the end, right? She could kill you very quickly. But you will probably kill her because these guys don't know how to aim. This is good. Pressing the advantage is a good thing. You guys should be moving forward a little bit, standing here, and making sure that anybody who comes through this opening gets their head blown off. You don't need to back up right now. You don't need to be on the point to defend the point. You can actually be further forward, continuing the stagger train. You want to keep this stagger train going as long as possible. With that DPS down, it's going to take them like 5 seconds to get respawned, and then walk all the way back. In that amount of time, you could have killed 1 or 2 additional people, and continue to make it so that they never have a 5v5 against you. Pharah understands. This is the second time Pharah has been in the place she needs to be between fights. She is dead, though, because she used ultimate with no support. Okay, see you later, Pharah. Yep. Your team didn't advance, that's their fault. It is what it is at this point. You need to damage up on this Mercy. Kill this Mercy. You have all the power, you have all the range, you have total autonomy right now. You can get on this Mercy and murder her before she has a chance to help anyone. You can be scary and aggressive in this moment. Your team is totally fine in terms of health, aside from your Hog, who is now taking damage. But if you'd have done this a little bit sooner and gotten right up on her and made her life hell, then like their team would have been at a severe disadvantage because their main support is this Mercy right here. Because like not only can she heal, but when someone dies, if they die and they're back here where the other team is kind of chilling, if they die back there, Mercy can go and deny all of your value. So she is first. Always. Get the health pack. You have a mega health pack, you have a mega health pack right here that you can pick up. It's overtime, they have 0%. There's no reason why you can't break away for a second and get that health pack. But you keep yourself up, that's good. That was the right time to damage, good job. You need to ward off that res, right? You know that the Mercy is here. You know that she has the ability to res. So when that tank goes down, you need to be on that body, making sure that if Mercy comes over to it, she gets her head blown off. That is the most important thing right now. If she reses that tank, things could go awry. Venture has this. You don't need to keep going. You don't know where your tank is, but I get it. It's getting a little bit wild in here. This Mercy's trying to go for the res, but your team doesn't let her. And that is the end of the game. So this was pretty decent. You need to know who to attack. Your attack priority needs to be support first, and if there's 2 support alive in the fight, if there's a Mercy, she always dies first every single time. And then you need to prioritize attacking who is low health after that. You can utilize your healing orb just a little bit more often, which you did do towards the end. You were doing a lot better towards the end than you were at the start, and your Moira gameplay is pretty solid. You just need to play her more so that you don't have to think about doing the thing, right? So that you just automatically go to the thing that you need to do. Your Lucio gameplay, I don't know what you're using speed boost for all the time, but stop doing that. It makes you look silly when you're just speed boosting around for no reason. The healing aura is more effective in pretty much every scenario, and if you're not intentionally speed boosting somebody to a place for a reason, just take it off, dude. There's no reason to have it on. There's no reason to just keep, like, leaving speed boost on and then swapping to healing aura sometimes. That's what you were doing. You want to do it the opposite way, where you leave healing aura on and then you swap to speed boost sometimes. And you always want to have a reason to actually be speed boosting. Otherwise, you're just doing it for no reason. It's not giving your team any benefit, you know what I mean? When they could just be standing next to you, reaping the benefit of your heal, there's no reason for you to be speed boosting unless somebody needs it for a reason. Like the whole hog, like the Roadhog using his ultimate, that was the time. You used it properly there, right? You used it properly when traveling between one piece of cover to another piece of cover to quickly get there, and then you swap back to the healing aura when you get there, right? Like, those are fine times to use it. Other than that, you leave that speed aura off. And, I think your Lucio gameplay was pretty good. Otherwise, you tend to dive in the face of people a lot. Don't forget that your gun has range. Like, you can snipe somebody from all the way across the map as Lucio. You just need to get better at aiming and, like, practice up with the trajectory of the 4-round burst type of weapon that he uses. With Moira, the beam that she uses has extremely long range, so you need to remember that. And when you see a Mercy, you know, she's flying through the sky, you can just look up and left click at her, or right click, whatever it is for you. It's left click for me. You can just damage beam her through the sky. Even when she's like almost at the skybox, Moira can still hit her. Trust me, as an Echo main, I know how far Moira's beam goes, and it's ridiculous. It will hit you from Narnia. It will hit you, like, I could be at Taco Bell ordering a burrito, and Moira will be chilling at my house, still beaming me, still damaging me somehow. This was pretty good gameplay. I want to thank Coffee for sending in these 3 support gameplays today. We ran the entire support lineup pretty much. The only ones we didn't play were Lifeweaver and Zen and Bap, right? We had Ana at the start. We had Mercy on the second game. In the third game, you played Lucio, and you played Moira in the second round of the third game. You guys, you did amazing. You are a very good support, and you will climb if you keep playing. You need to stop doing things that will get you killed, though, in the higher ranks. You need to expect, as you get better, that people will know how to aim their gun, because once they know how to aim, you're going to get punished more often for being in the wrong position. So, when you play your life just a little bit more, and you advance, like, don't forget to push your advantage as well, which is something that I wanted to talk about from that last game. You advanced on the Ashe, right? And then you killed her after your team wiped their team. But then you gave up your advantage of the push by going back to the point. And I don't want you to go all the way to their spawn, but you want to go to that halfway point where they're coming out, and you want to hold them off and keep the stagger train going. You want to stagger one, and then you kill another one, and while they're respawning, they never get a chance to team fight you ever again. And the team fight is how you win in Overwatch, so keep that in mind, right? And then the other thing was, as Lucio, you sat out of the spawn door while you were waiting for your team to spawn. Just sit in the spawn. You can't take damage in there. You won't be killed. In a game where people are pressing their advantage and they know how to aim, they will come up to you at those spots, and they will blow your head off while you're sitting there in your sit emote you will die. I promise you will die. So, like, that's one of those things, again, where you just need to remember that when people can aim, they will punish you for the things that you do. So stay in your spawn door, and you did good getting with the team. Otherwise, you had pretty good team fights throughout. Good job. Thank you, Coffee, for sending in that gameplay. And speaking of gameplay, we have made it to the gameplay portion of today's show. So if you would like to play some Overwatch with me, you guys can let me know in the chat. We got about an hour of games to queue up for. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the John real fast. You let me know in the chat if you would like to come. And I am going to queue up. Yo, we can't see the shop. The shop is down, baby. Look, the shop is down. What happened? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to queue up. I'm going to be queuing as damage today. Maybe I should queue as support. I think I did support the last time, though, in, like, the last gameplay. I don't remember. Anyway, I'll be right back. All right, sorry for the wait. I am here, I'm ready to roll, and I'm gonna go ahead and just queue myself in, and we are gonna wait for the first game to start here. I wonder why we can't see the shop, bro. I wonder if something happened with the shop where they're like, oh man, we gotta take the Mythic store down or something like that. What happened? Let's check Twitter while we're waiting. Let's see if the Overwatch team said anything. Bang, we got the play Overwatch thing going up. Nope. They sure didn't. Wonder what happened. Ah, well. Normally, this would be the part of the day where I check and see what's new on the store today. I'm advancing my battle pass nicely. Take myself into the practice range. I guess I'll shoot things for a little bit. It's felt like the queues have been extremely long lately.
Someone needs to fill this out.
Like, I'm telling you, dude, my queues are like 5 minutes between games, and I don't understand why. I'm gonna take my bracelets off of my right hand so that I don't get them caught on my mouse pad while I'm trying to aim at stuff. Like, I don't understand what happened with the queues from Season 9 to Season 10, that all of a sudden now it takes forever to get into a game.
You tangled with the wrong man.
Cassidy is pretty good right now. Really good at killing Junker Queen. Pretty good in general in terms of the damage he can put out. This is kind of a burst damage meta. So with the with Venture being in most games right now because they are new, they're gonna have a distinct advantage over other characters that do damage over time. Any burst damage character is gonna do a lot better right now. So Cassidy is pretty good. Venture's pretty good. You've got the wow, my stream is going crazy. What happened, bro? Hang on 1 second. Okay, it fixed itself. That was wild, dude. I hope it wasn't like that on the actual stream there. Hard to say. I'm gonna bring this over here. Checking over here, making sure we're good. Yep, we are good. Alright, we got a Doomfist, we got a Hanzo, we got a Mercy and an Ana. This is not great. We are gonna have some trouble. I can tell already.
We're in this together.
Make sure my mic isn't muted so that I can call out to the team. Punch the trash can. There we go. I'm gonna get that thing really going there. Beautiful. Doomfist has his brand new Doomfist skin on, where he's wearing blue.
You can't act like a lone wolf on my team.
Depending on others brings nothing but disappointment.
Let's see if this mission proves you wrong.
I think that's new. If it's not new, I've never heard it. That interaction between Sojourn and Hanzo. Played this game for a long time. I feel like I would have heard that one.
Attack commence. Capture objective A.
Just gonna charge up the rail here. Charging up the rail on the hog.
Railgun charged. Area denied.
Just gonna put that over there. Charge up my ultimate on the Roadhog who is standing in it. I'm gonna try and kill this Lifeweaver. And I missed. That's unfortunate. I can put that right there. Force the Lifeweaver to not be able to get out, and we were able to kill him. Great. Charging up the rail on the hog here. Hog is down. Ana should be down here. Doom, what are you doing, fam? Thank you. Jesus Christ.
This is our objective now. Not so fast.
Pressing the advantage while we grab the point. If that Venture comes back, we'll just kill them. Once we have the point, our team will be able to easily get here. Well done, Venture. Good job, dude. You sure showed me. They swapped off of Roadhog now, so I'm going to go ahead and charge up the rail on the Sigma Shield. I'm getting the damage boost by the Mercy. Charging up the rail on the Sigma Shield here. Put that big damage on the Sigma. I'm able to get the kill on the Junkrat there. You can see that the Lifeweaver is in here. Just gonna go ahead and kill the Lifeweaver. I thought that was their Mercy, but it wasn't. I'm gonna go ahead and mark the car. This is my car now. I want to get my spray going good here.
Good to see you.
Yeah, you better run. Alright, I wasn't able to get up here and kill the Junkrat, but that's okay. Gonna go ahead and help the team move the payload forward. 3 on payload, we'll get it there as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, I got hit by that rock. I think the Venture is behind me, and they are. I don't know what you thought was about to happen, but it ain't. Oh, am I? Awesome.
This ends now.
Unfortunately, I got there. The Mercy was right next to me, and I thought that beam was on me, but apparently it wasn't. Might have been on the Doom, I'm not 100% sure. We just need to get back together. We can let them use their ultimates. That's going to kill our Hanzo even. We're going to go and try and save Mercy and Ana. Cover their escape. Unfortunately, we weren't able to save Mercy. Just got to get out of the way here. Just going to wait for our team. Waiting for the team. Going to give Mercy a place to fly to. Mercy is up. Hey.
Hey. Group up here.
We need to group up so that we are not immediately killed as we push forward. And unfortunately, the Ana goes down. This is why we group up. Chat, this is the exact reason why we group up, as a matter of fact. Gonna get out of that Junkrat spam. Very dangerous for me to be in there. I need to charge the rail here and get some damage in on the enemy. Unfortunately, the Venture dove at that moment. I'm gonna get around, use my target priority, to make sure I'm killing the right people. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get that Life Weaver who got up and out of the way. We're going to go ahead and drop back down onto the payload here. We see that the Venture is following me. Junkrat is here as well. And unfortunately, I got. Our Mercy is back there rezzing Ana again. That's the second time Ana's died in the last, like, 3 minutes.
Gonna need a new paint
All right,
job
we got
after
their... Venture is utilizing the ultimate to good effect.
The time to rest.
this. Breaking them down.
And put that there in case they want to move forward,
Just what I was looking for.
which they don't. Charging up the rail on the Sigma. Breaking down the Sigma barrier. I'm going to use my disruptor shot here. Put it directly on where they are all standing. Damage in on their team. Slide myself out of the way there. Again, charging up the rail. And there's that Junkrat tire is dead. I'll put that on the barrier where everybody is standing. Slide myself out of the way of the rock. Waiting to deal the damage. They're pressing their advantage on us. We need to get back together as a team so that we can actually do something here. I need to be very careful here, because if I use my ultimate, I was able to put that railgun into the Venture, which very easily took them out.
This ends now. Target down.
I can't use my movement. I didn't realize my movement was on cooldown. That's unfortunate. Just gonna put that right there.
Cybernetics regulated.
Should be on the payload right now. We are. Just gonna help that Hanzo ultimate kill the Sigma. Just gonna kill this Junkrat. Put this railgun out. Gonna put that right there. Right on the payload there. I need a heal, but I didn't get it, unfortunately. Mercy is just chilling on the top there. Didn't see me, but I do get the res, so at least there's that. Gonna go ahead and damage up on this Life Weaver. Waiting for the full shot of the rail there. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to... I'm not able to get out of this. But I don't have... I have more health than I need for that. Now I need to get out of the way. I need to get up and out of the way. Crouching. Sliding out of there before I end up dying. Gonna grab this health pack. And we are gonna wait for the team. We're just waiting. Gotta give Mercy a person to fly to. Mercy swaps to Moira. This is better. She will be able to deal more damage than the Mercy will. Just a better character in general. Getting out of the way of Junkrat. We know that that's going to come out and try and kill us right here. Our team might not make it through this.
Dodge this.
Our Bastion's about to die. Swapped over to Bastion for the off chance that he would be able to deal more damage and like show up on the feed there. Just gonna try and put it into overtime. Even if I die, at least I made it to overtime. Hopefully my team also gets there in this moment. This was the only thing that I could do, is to try and get there. It doesn't look like they're gonna be able to do anything. I'm gonna try and go back though. Just on the off chance that I can clean up what they have. They're not dying. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. We did our best. I took an extra death, throwing my life away for the cause. We didn't quite make it. It's all good. Sometimes you have those. Oh, what's up, baby? Got that pogs. Coffee, what's going on? How are you? Coffee, I reviewed all of your gameplay today. So I want to thank you for sending that in. You got 3 games worth of critique going on over there. So enjoy when you do actually watch it. It was cool because I named this one the Giant Comp Support Comp Review, and it in fact was a Giant Support Comp Review. It was like 4 characters worth of review, so I appreciate that. Thank you. And yeah, we did good. I'm gonna look back in the stream for it. Sounds good. There's a new version of Overwatch available. Please exit and restart the game. Okay. Will do. So that's why the shop wasn't available. You guys are going to see the screen go black there for a second. The Mercy game, my controller died. I was wondering if you were on controller. Spud, what's going on, dude? How are you? Yeah, gameplay review. We had a massive support gameplay review earlier today. That was the beginning of the show, the first 2 hours of the show. I'm sorry, I'm trying to see like what this update is. It didn't show me that I needed to update the game. Didn't say anything about updating. So if I log back in and it says, hey, you need to update the game, well then I'll back out and see if it'll give it to me. But yeah, so we had an Ana review. There were 3 games total. One of them was Ana, one of them was Mercy, and then the third game was Lucio and Moira. So a massive support breakdown today. So that was cool. And if you guys would like to have your gameplay reviewed here on the show, you can send me the import code to DudeNoWayLive@gmail.com, or you can, let me just put this right here. You can join the Discord, and we will give you, there is a channel even on the Discord where you can go ahead and put your gameplay in. It's called Overwatch 2 Gameplay Reviews. If you are not comfortable sending the email, that gives you an additional place to do it. That is my my Discord for the main channel. So yeah, you'll have to go back in the stream. Yeah, definitely. And it was good. It was a fun couple of hours there. Lots to talk about. The enemy teams, they were both, all 3 of them were wins. So like, it didn't give me as many like, hey, you messed up here moments as I would hope for in a normal gameplay review, but that's okay. The enemy team got absolutely obliterated like 3 games in a row, so it is what it is. All right, so we have a Doomfist, we've got a Venture, we've got a Brig and an Ana. I'm not sure why Brig. I'm not sure how Brig can help in the defending on Havana. Maybe they just don't know how this one works.
Follow my lead. I'll make sure this goes smoothly.
Someone says, Kazoink's crew looks like a fight. I don't understand, but all right.
I can't believe I have to work with criminals.
A great leader adapts to their team.
I like that these birds can't be disturbed. Like, these birds are completely unfazed by our presence. Like, you can punch them, you can shoot them.
What can I say?
They just wave their feathers around. Let me just make sure that the game has actually updated here. Pretty sure it has. Or there's like a massive delay. I'm not 100% sure. Alright, so I am taking a lot of damage, so in that time I'm just going to hit refresh on the page over on my end, make sure that everything is good in the back end here. Yeah, it's good, okay. But the Hanzo is shooting me, so I'm looking for my moment here. I know that the Hanzo can't one-hit me, so as long as I'm full health, I should be fine. Alright, now he can one-hit me, so I gotta be careful now. Well, with our Doomfist going down, I think we lose this fight here. Gonna put that right there. Try and get this Reinhardt back. I'm not really afraid of the Reinhardt. The Reinhardt just needs to be properly managed, right? And with the Rein being here, of course he pins me right after I say that, because why wouldn't that happen, right? That's just life. That's just real life. Pinned me at the exact moment he needed to. But anyway, I'm not afraid of the Reinhardt. He's not that good of a character. But against a Doomfist, like, the Doom cannot really counter the Rein at all. So we need to be wary of that. We need to keep their backline dead, and if we can keep their backline dead, then we should be fine. But it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do much of anything, because our Doom is dead again. I need heals here. I need to wait for my team to see me and heal me up. Whoop! My arm twitched. That's not good, huh? There's somebody to my right, so I'm just gonna ward them off with this big what is this? Like a beer thing? Like a beer bucket? I don't know. A vat? Yeah, I know. I see him. Yeah, no. Their team's just getting aggressive. My team is not able to keep up. The Doomfist is not doing anything to stop the Reinhardt. We definitely need more tank support in this game.
They won't quit.
Doom has 3 deaths already. Just got to be careful. And I like a swap off of Doom would be better, but I'm not gonna force people in quick play to swap characters. But the Doomfist is not helping the Reinhardt. Not helping with the Reinhardt even.
Can I get some healing?
Oh shit. My bad, dude. That's my fault. I was trying to say thank you and I ended up emoting. You can see. I just put the gun down. So, we're doing great. That's my fault. My bad.
I'm not a fan of setbacks.
Tank is dead again. Venture is dead. I'm gonna ward off the Ana's escape.
Breaking them down.
Charging up the rail where I can. Just backing up here.
Disrupting.
We don't fight into the Kitsune Rush, we just move. And then we deny them the value of their Kitsune Rush. Alright, so the Rhine is down, now we push in. Now we push. Push, push, push.
Not so fast.
You are under my guard. I grow tired of fighting alone. Don't fret. I see you.
Appreciate it.
Alright, we were able to stop them, thank you. We've all accidentally emoted before, yeah, it happens to the best of us, right, dude?
Up top, on the right.
What a sad moment.
Dodge this. Railgun powered and ready to fire.
Can't believe I missed that, but it is what it is.
This ends now.
Really, bro? Uh-oh. So I'm in a dangerous place now. I gotta be very careful about what happens next. Whoop, I missed. I need to kill their BAP. Their Hanzo sees me. He doesn't see me, huh? Thank God.
On my game now.
Okay, my arm twitched when I needed to shoot the railgun. I just gotta work through the, you know, the... What is it? The hype, right? The hype feeling. That's okay. I got hit once with an arrow and immediately shot. He didn't even headshot me, he just body shot me. It is what it is. That's just an easy cast burst damage kill right there. I'm gonna push forward. We're gonna do good.
Break back up. I can't see you.
Area denied.
Don't make it easy for me, young man.
Railgun powered and ready to
They swap tanks. They don't know what to do.
clear out. Efficient design at work. Breaking them down.
Stand in that. Charging up the rail on the Mauga. We know that our tank is going to die because they always die right after that.
Railgun charged.
Payload, 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 payload.
I'm on my game now. I'm just getting started.
That was scary, dude. Thank God our healers are good. Got strong support here.
Area denial. Railgun powered
They swapped to an Orisa now. They don't know what to do. Just waiting for the silly noodles. Wherever the silly noodles come out, we're going to be in a different place.
Payload.
This ends now. Cybernetics regulating.
Just put that there so they can't use the window. Big damage up on this Orisa while they don't have any support. Force that Baptiste to leave.
Seconds remaining.
This is good.
Enemy over here. Area denial.
Charging up another overclock on the people that stand inside of my disruptor shot.
Sit tight. These last moments are crucial.
Getting ready because we know that somebody's going to try and flank inevitably. Just getting out of the way of the high noon. Nah, he got me. That's fair and square. That's fair and square. We'll get him in the next fight.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
The payload has reached the check.
All right, cool. We're doing good though. We've got some high damage. Our Venture has good damage. Just a few more fights and then we win this. They got 2 minutes to push it all the way to the end. At this moment, I could realistically swap to a Widow and probably get a lot of value, but the Sojourn puts in so much more pressure than the Widowmaker does. I'm not worried about the Tracer. I don't think that she is going to be good enough to kill me, and I trust in my own shots. And I believe that we will be fine. Trying to charge the rail on the tank. Put that there while they don't have the Spear Spin active. The Tracer is their Cassidy from earlier, so we were able to kill their Kiriko right there, which is great. And put that on the payload so that they can't move it forward without standing in my disruptor shot. Just dodging the silly noodles. They're spicy, but not spicy enough, baby. The team is back. Both support are back here. So again, I'm gonna get out of the way. Putting that heavy damage in. Forcing them to get back, forcing them to get back. Big damage on that Cassidy. Shot him in the back, and that stopped his ability to escape the brig. When they get close, I'm gonna use my disruptor shot. If they get close. And they don't. Oh no! How did they get overtime? They weren't even close to it, bro. Oh, I'm gonna be so mad if we lose this. At the moment where I died, dude. Our entire team is dead. We just gotta wait. I just gotta be in the right place here. Waiting for my team to come back.
This ends now.
What a great Suzu at the moment when they needed it most. Damn, bro.
Whoever was typing and not moving sold us.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Play of the game.
That Suzu saved their Baptiste. Not that I think it would have saved everyone, but man, it saved their Baptiste at the moment when they needed it. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I used overclock. I slid off of the high ground position, looked down, and sniped him directly in his head. At the very moment that that happened, the Suzu hit the BAP and saved him from my damage, made him immune to damage. Suzu is so annoying sometimes, bro. The denial, when used properly, is so frustrating. But they did good. That was a really good game. Good for them. I'm gonna give it to both my support players who are both very good. We had a strong tank as well. Like just at the beginning there, they kind of threw with the Doomfist pick, but it's all good. Is Sojourn your main? Echo was my main. Sojourn is the best DPS character in the game, so I'm getting better with the character over time. The headshots that I did in that game were not as good as I would normally hope that they would be. But, you know, it's been... You don't have every game be the best game, you know what I mean? So, like, Sojourn deals the most damage of every character in the game. She has the highest burst potential. And while she can't one-hit anymore with the railgun shot, she can basically one-hit with a small tickle afterwards, right? So the amount of... You charge up the railgun, and then you hit their support players in the head, and then they die. They fall over and die. That's exactly how it should look. You know, it's all about whether or not you can hit the headshots. And at the end of that game, I didn't hit the headshot, and it sucks. It surprised me so much that they were able to get the overtime off, because, like, there are a lot of times when I come up to a point and I don't get overtime and I'm literally on the point. Like, Dararisa didn't even make it to the payload and it went into overtime. I don't know how that happened, bro. I wouldn't have let myself die if I thought they were going to make it to overtime. But whatever. It's just a game, right? That being said, I'm extremely competitive, and I try to win at every opportunity. Okay. Cell, good morning. How you doing? Just gonna get out of the way here. I don't know why I got life gripped, but I appreciate it, I guess. Our whole team is dead. It's time for me to leave. I'll try and ward off Reinhardt's escape, and I wasn't able to. Yeah, I can't get away from him, so it's all good. Don't worry. I'm gonna show that Doomfist what for in this game. Your aim is really good. Any tips? I don't play DPS a lot because my aim is something else. Do you play on mouse and keyboard or on controller? That makes a difference. Just waiting for the moment, Okay, I need to speak while I'm playing. I'm gonna slide out of the way so I don't get hit by the Doomfist. I'm backing up because I see that my team is dying, trying to cover the escape of this Brig, but I don't think it's going to happen. Just gonna put the hard damage in on that Lucio. Hard damage, saving this Brig if I can, but I can't. Gonna slide out of the way here because we have lost this point now. The movement ability that I have is better than Doom's, so I should be alright. I'm just gonna grab this health pack. Gonna put this damage in towards this Genji. Put the disruptor shot here just in case he wants to come around the corner. Waiting for my moment. We see that their whole team was right there. That is unfortunate, but it is what it is. The Echo is the one who got me. I didn't expect for their entire team to be right there at that moment. You play on controller. Okay, so the main tip that I have for aiming on controller is like pick Cassidy and then go into the practice range and just shoot the bots a little bit and like practice getting the headshots on the bots. You probably play with a look sensitivity that's too high. That is like a big deal in how you play. Like the amount of kills that you get is directly representative of like how accurate you can be at long distances. Like right there, I was able to get that headshot on that Echo. That's fine. My team doesn't have the healing necessary for this right now. If you look at my team's deaths as well, like they're dying quite a bit. The amount of healing that we're putting out, although the Lifeweaver's putting out big numbers, it's mostly on the tank, I think. The team is getting pushed pretty hard. Yeah, so your look sensitivity needs to be lower so that you can aim a little bit better. You need to aim mostly with the left stick and not with the right stick. If that makes sense. So you want to be aiming towards the head and then use the left stick to position yourself in the place you need to be rather than rather than utilizing the right stick to aim all the time. See, you see what I mean? Like, my team, instead of healing me, they threw the healing pylon. Your sensitivity is like 90 on both. Nah, dude. You need it like low sensitivity. And you, like, as your game sense gets better, you'll be looking in the right places anyway. The higher your sensitivity, the less accurate you are, because your minute, your fine adjustments can't be made with accuracy. So, like, especially when you're playing aim-intensive heroes like Cassidy or like Sojourn, where their value comes from their ability to hit headshots, you need to be like a lower sensitivity so that you can actually kill things. I'm trying to say this while also damaging these people. My team is just falling apart as well.
This ends now.
Did we kill him? Why didn't you guys follow up, dude? Come on, man. And we lost that one as well. I don't know how they're not killing this Doom. I'm making him so vulnerable. I'm giving him like 1 hit point. Yeah. So the aiming with the left stick is most important. You want to put yourself at head level, and then you just left and right strafe to put your crosshair into the position you want it to be. And then your lower sensitivity will allow you to kind of gently get to the places you need to be. You also probably aim too low, which is a common thing that I see a lot of people doing. You just aim slightly too low. So you can save yourself some of that pain by aiming just a little bit higher. You see this? I'm dead here. I can't get a heal worth a damn in this game, bro. I cannot get a heal. But hopefully we make it. Hopefully we actually get this guy. I killed their Doom Fist, so that should be the only one who's really giving us any trouble. The Doom is very very hard to deal with. The Zarya has a lot of damage, so if we keep Zarya alive, potentially she can out-damage the Doom and just kill him. But Doom is extremely, extremely powerful and can one-hit when people charge him up. Also, our team is just ignoring the objective, which is not great either. Put that right there, because we know where they're about to be. Okay, we're good.
Vitamin D, just what I needed.
I'm on my way.
Making sure they're not coming from any stupid-ass angles. Alright, we need to get to this doorway. I'm gonna try and stand near the healing pylon, but that's not the right place to be. I need to get out of the way, because when their team dives me, I need to be ready to dive away from the Doom Fist. You see the Doom Fist is just murdering me. He knows that I'm the win condition. I've killed him. I've killed his team several times, and he's just gonna target me every time. But the Zarya has the damage to actually kill him. We won that one. Thank God, dude. Thank God. We're just gonna let the team die here. Wait for the team. Ilaria, if you can, just die. Yeah, just wait for the team. We'll get it in a second.
Fall in on me.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
We can expect that this Lucio will be with his Doom Fist, so we just gotta make sure that we don't get dove by the Doom and the Lucio at the same time. That will be too much damage for me to live through. It's like, I got that headshot right there. It's like 1 a.m. Watching this makes me want to play. Yo, where are you at that it's 1 a.m., if you don't mind me asking? Spud?
Railgun charged. Surrender my will.
Just getting out of the way of this Echo. I don't want to be killed by her. We have the point here, so we're going to go ahead and cap it. Australia, hey, welcome, dude. Thanks for hanging out with me. We need to be up in these areas where they're about to come through. We need to be up in the areas where they're about to come through. So if we could set a pylon up near the doorways where they are, that'd be awesome. I would expect them to come right here.
Disrupting. There's the test subject. Enemy located.
I do not have a disruptor shot for this, but that's what I would love to put right there right now. There we go. I got one. That's going to give a lot of damage on their team. I have backed off so that I don't take any damage because I know I can't count on getting a heal right here.
Ends now.
God damn it, dude. I can't get a heal at all, bro. Come on. Oh my god. Alright. Hopefully they have it. The Ana was actually really good there as well. She played well. We are at 99 as well, so if we lose this, it's not that big of a deal. We just come back and we kill them again. DPS Ana. Yeah, she was pretty good. She was pretty solid. Ana's dexterity is +3. Yo, I love that reference. I am huge. I have a D20 tattoo on my calf. I don't know if that's like D&D, but I'm pretty sure that's D&D. I have a D20 tattoo on my calf. Dungeons and Dragons for the super nerds out there. You guys don't know this if you've never played it, but it is literally the best game that has ever been made because you can do anything. Like you can do anything that you can think of. Like you can do anything, and that's what makes it the best game. It's hard to describe to somebody who has never done it, who's never played the game. But holy shit, it's the best game ever made. Got that headshot on that Doom there. Gonna charge it up. That's their whole team. That's that team kill, baby. I've wanted to say this so many times. Why does Doomfist move your mouse if you get hit? That's a good question. I don't know. It's D&D. That's so cool. Not technically D&D, but I have Skyrim tattoos. Just got off Baldur's Gate 3. Hell yeah, dude. We're two peas in a pod right now. Other people who don't play, they don't know how big of a you can't play other games once you play D&D because like you're spoiled by your ability to do anything. Like it removes the ability to enjoy things where you don't have choice. I'm dead here. I did everything I could to try and get that kill. The Moira tried to heal me. I got hit with too many sticky bombs. I was too excited about D&D, bro. I was too excited, yeah.
I see a hostile.
They won't quit. Neither will I.
Just come back. Genji, come back.
Everyone on me.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if you could hear me. I'm gonna cover you just in case. I got a little bit of charge off of that Doom. I work for the enemy team. They paid me to distract you with D&D. Bro, that is hilarious. This is our last fight. Potentially.
Not so fast.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Zarya.
This ends now.
Well, that was stupid. I wish I hadn't used that. Now I just wasted my ultimate when we needed it most.
Cooling down.
Kill Doom. Yes, we win. We win these, baby.
Think I'd ever. Hello.
Nah, bitch. Nah, bitch. We win this shit. Remember when they thought they were gonna win? Ah, yeah. Let's go, baby. Ah, it's so good. The ultimate stream snipe. That was the ultimate stream snipe. You get me talking about D&D, it's over, bro. Again, I can't express it to you. I can't explain it to you if you've never played and, like, you don't understand. But, like, it's... imagine acting, like, in real life. Like, if you were an actor, right? It's like that. It's that kind of, incredible. And, like, for somebody who's creative, the fact that you can do anything in that game is nuts, dude. Any situation, anything you can think of, you can try. You might not be able to pull it off, but you could certainly try. And that's what makes it the best. Yeah, bro, I got a lot of tattoos. I'll show you in a second. Here. I got, I don't have my bracelets on, but I got a horde tattoo right here. I got my hand tattooed. I got a bunch of astrological things on my hand, as well as the destiny symbol right there, right? I have a full superhero sleeve. So I've got the Joker. Trying to put it in the frame here. Got the Joker. I got the Punisher. I got a Hulk versus Wolverine piece. There's Wolverine versus the Hulk. Right, I got Iron Man. Let me just bang. I got an Iron Man. He's not colored in because he died. I got Deadpool. And then I got a Venom quarter sleeve up top, so I got a lot of tattoos, as well as some on my legs, but mostly on my arms. Yeah, dude, I love nerdy tattoos, bro. I don't know why that shit is so cool, but it's so cool. Genuinely amazing. You know? There's something addictive about tattoos as well. Like, when you start getting them, like, you can't stop getting them. He's not colored because he died. Yeah, I figured black and gray for the Iron Man because he passed away, right? Like, just like you would see it in like a character select screen like this, right? You would see, like, if Iron Man was dead, he'd be grayed out, right? That's the idea. Yeah. And I got this, I started this sleeve. Oh yeah, I got Batman on there too. I don't know if I didn't show Batman. He's right there. It's Batman from the Arkham games. It's also the Joker from the Arkham games. So like that version of the two characters. Cuz I know they get a lot of different versions of them. Let me just put this over here. I got the spell skill tree down my forearm and Dovahkiin on my other arm and small dragon writing. Bro, that is so cool. Like the skill tree from Skyrim, like the astrological, like almost looks like constellations. All right, they have a Malga. We can see that they have a Pharah. It's gonna be difficult for me to get the Pharah from here, but I can shoot her with my railgun. That's awesome, bro. That is so cool. Charge up the rail here on the Malga. Put that down onto their point so that they have to walk into my disruptor shot to push the payload. Now I have my railgun powered up. Go ahead and put that rail damage onto that Pharah. We see that the cardiac overdrive is going, so just gonna be careful here. I don't want to die in this moment. Bang, put that headshot onto the Pharah. I have 7 hit points left, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the health pack. We see that the Pharah is still here. Pretty sure we have a Hanzo as our other DPS. We do. So he's going to be completely ineffective at killing this Pharah. Unless he one-hits her. Gonna put that down there. Use my movement ability to slide backwards. Just grabbing the railgun charge off of this Malga. Big damage, big damage, big damage. And unfortunately, I got killed by that Pharah. I shouldn't have been trying to kill that Malga, but he had 1 hit point left. And, you know, I was hoping that I was going to be able to finish him off. I think our Ana was also shooting him.
I'm not a
Yeah,
fan
she
of
was.
setbacks.
1 hit point left. First tattoo I got on my 18th a while ago. Wanted it for years. Still happy. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, bro. You love the nerdy tattoos, man. We're in an elite group. Know what I'm saying? The Cass is on me. He sees me. I'm just gonna be careful about fighting with this Cassidy. Payload reached the checkpoint regardless of what I wanted, so it's time for me to leave. Just gonna put that there, behind me.
Keep a lookout.
Just getting out of the way. Gonna get up to this high ground position here. Make sure that my team can see me and support me when I need it. And I have this health pack that I can use when I need it. Just gonna put that down there on the Ana, making it so that the Ana can't actually heal up her team. Again, I might not be killing anyone right now, but at the very least, I'm holding off their support, their main support player. And it's just not going to be enough. My team is going down, so I got to get out of here. We lose this fight. Don't go contest. Let's just wait.
Area denial.
We have spawn advantage now, so hopefully we'll be able to do something with it. Waiting for my support players to keep me alive. Charging up the rail on the tank. Keeping it charged here. Making my picks worth it.
Disrupting.
Destroying the immunity.
This ends now.
Well, that's terrible aim on my part. There we go. I effectively pushed them back with the combo of the Kitsune Rush and my my rail, my overclock even. Just gonna keep this railgun charged. And I was able to kill that Pharah. I don't know if you could even see that Pharah on your screen, but she was just barely visible to me. Oh my god, bro. They're just, they're keeping this Mauga alive through everything. I slid out of the way of the Mauga there. Just gonna go ahead and put the damage in, charge the rail back up. Charging the rail. Gonna go ahead and kill both the Mauga and the Cassidy. Gonna slide down, continue to press our advantage here. We know that the Pharah is still up there. We're just waiting for our moment. I don't have enough railgun to engage with the Pharah there, so I gotta just be careful of where I go. Charging the rail on the people that I can see. Gonna get back and get healed by my team. Again, we're just charging up the rail on the people I can see. We can see that the Pharah is over there. I'm just waiting for my moment here. I know I'll be able to kill her after a certain point, so I want to be able to get the rail to 100%. Right, and then we just want to just keep her in sight. We're not going to fight into the window, but we are going to charge the disruptor shot completely. We're going to slide out of the cage fight here. We're going to charge up the rail on the cage fight. With the Mauga already down, we know that we are going to be good to peek this corner in a second here. Put that damage in on that Cassidy. He's going to grab that health pack, though, so we're not going to push him. Just going to push in on their support, and then we'll use our team shots to get them down. Right, we're going to damage up on this Pharah, keeping the railgun charged here. Put that headshot in on the BAP, and unfortunately it's not able to kill him, but I can slide out of the way of this Winston. They have a Winston now, so I got to be careful of that. Just going to back up, charging up the railgun on his barrier while I have the opportunity. Just going to kill this Pharah. Just going to use the Kitsune with my primary fire here to destroy their barrier very quickly, and that will make it easy for my team to obliterate them. I'm not going to leave the Kitsune so that I have the full damage bonus of it. We're totally good. That was a wild-ass shot. Which one?
Not so
gonna put this right here because I know that they're just around that corner, just in case. You either get rolled or you live long enough to do the rolling. That's right, dude. What was the sheesh for, Phantom Bride? Farah from a distance, thank you. Thank you, I appreciate it. They have a Sombra now, so I'm just gonna put that right there for the Sombra who thinks that she's invisible. I want to let her know that she isn't. Gonna back around this corner so that I don't get killed while my team gets fought by the Winston. Just gonna pick that head. I'm gonna pick that Sombra right out of the sky, dude. Winston is doing absolutely nothing. I'm gonna just charge up my... Yeah, no, it isn't, dude. No, it actually isn't. Just gonna charge up my railgun on the Winston there. Got the team kill. Gonna go ahead and drop the spray on the ground. We in here, baby.
Hello.
We're out here doing the damage, putting in the work, killing things. Still only have 1 death, so we're kicking ass. We know they are right here, so I'm just gonna back off. They picked Ramatra, which is just the shittier version of Orisa. A little bit harder for me to charge the rail on, but that's okay. Just putting this damage in here. Gonna put that over where the team is, so that they have to stand in my disruptor shot. They have a Mercy now, so I gotta be careful of that. Just waiting for my disruptor shot. There we go. They have a Kitsune Rush, so we gotta be careful of the damage they can put out during the Kitsune Rush. I can die very quickly here, so I gotta be a little bit more cautious about what I do. Yep, and we can kill that Ramatra very easily. We can kill this Kiriko very easily. Put this damage in on everybody while they are here. Was popping the Farah. LOLOL was popping Farah again. Yep. They're doing their best. We have a strong hold on them right now. That was my 15 streak that we just got. Just charging up the rail on the barrier. Putting the damage in on the Ramatra. Just gonna go ahead and put that hard damage in on him. Put the big damage in, keep this rail charged up. Right, and then we are going to...
This ends now.
I'm gonna die for this, I think. If I'm not careful. Just gotta be careful about where I go. We forced their ultimates out. They have the Valkyrie going right now. It's helping nobody. We were able to get some big damage in on their team. And they now have a soldier, so I'm just going to back up and out of the way. I'm going to put the disruptor shot where the soldier has to come out to see us. And I'm just going to be dodging the hits of the kunai that are being thrown my way. I just want to be careful about taking too much damage here. Just gonna press my need repair button. I'm not really one to press that too much. Just gonna wait for my team to heal me up because I do have the damn, dude. I was gonna say I do have the railgun fully charged here. I am at 31%. We don't have many ultimates online, but we're about to have the Kitsune Rush, so hopefully my team gets that going. If I get out here in time, I should be able to take advantage of the Kitsune. There it is, right? And we can use that heavy damage to kill everybody that's left. I can get out of the way of the Bob. Unfortunately, I got killed by the Ashe, but Bob got put to sleep, so we were good there. I got 2 of their team down, and they have a long respawn here. Our Orisa's still alive. Our Cassidy's still alive here. DPS trying anything. They're swapping to every character that they can think of, dude. And then they lose. Alright, so in the end there, I was able to kill their tank, and I was able to kill one of their supports. I'm not sure which. I think it was their Kiriko. So that was a good one. That was a pretty good game. They were doing everything they could. Stronghold, aka all D's in the dirt. That's right. I am from the Garden State, after all, you know? We do a little gardening. We're planting dicks in the dirt all day out here. Yeah, their DPS, they swapped to every character under the sun by the end of it. You know, they did everything they could, but we were able to hold it off. Thank God. Our Orisa was really strong as well. Our Orisa was very good. our Kiriko with the Kitsune Rush saved us the point like 3 times. So that was good. I think that if we hadn't had an Orisa who could be so aggressive and deal so much damage, then we would have been up the creek without a paddle, because that team was very aggressive with the amount of times that they were pushing out. And you see the Orisa's damage is massive, right? And like I was 2nd damage in the lobby, but like tank damage is really high in general across the board. But their team had a lot of deaths as well. You see, the only person that was close to us was on their team was their Ana, and she only had 3 deaths, but we were killing them like every chance we got. We were killing them. So my least favorite tank is Doomfist, because Doomfist is so hit or miss, and like this is my least favorite tank to play against or with, right? Doomfist can be incredibly good on somebody who is very good at Doom, and then he can be just an absolute liability otherwise. Like, he most of the time just gets killed. He flies out, he goes way deep, and then he gets himself killed. I always say, is there any more iconic image than a Doomfist that's dead, right? Like the Doomfist, if he's really, really good, can run a lobby, which we saw in the game before this one. Like, he was destroying, right? And he was spamming his voice line, and they say, right? And then he ended up losing the game at the end because he didn't do it well. I said that when they pushed the payload to the 2nd point, but you guys are holding well. We did hold well. We did, so that was good. We all part of the Doomfist hate club. We meet on Wednesdays. Yes, we do. We meet on Wednesdays, and the Doomfist hate goes all around, I think. I think everybody is tired of seeing Doomfist do absolutely nothing on their team. It's gotten pretty extreme since the beginning of Season 9. I don't think I've seen this many Doomfist tanks since Season 9 on, like, ever in Overwatch. And, like, I played a lot of Overwatch, dude. Like, I don't think Doomfist has ever been as popular as he is right now. Not that there's anything wrong with that necessarily, but, for the love of God, Doomfist, like, why are you so bad? But then every now and then you get that one Doomfist who just is, like, ridiculously good. Did you already make your Doomsday vid? I did not make it. I can't bring myself to do it. I'll do it at some point, though. Where I play Doomfist, and I'm part of the problem. I'll do it at some point, but man. I can't stand him. My next least favorite tank is Ball. Reinhardt is close 3rd. I like Ball if they're really good, because they do some insane plays. That being said, most Ball players are like I always say that Ball is like the father that went out for a pack of cigarettes and never came home. Like, Ball is, he just disappears sometimes, and then you never see him again for the entire game. I'm gonna dodge out of the way of that Orisa Spear, because I had a feeling it was coming. We see that they have a Hanzo, so I gotta get out of the way of the Hanzo. Like, Ball goes off on his own. He's like, I'm going out for milk, kids. And then he never comes back, bro. I don't know where he goes. Gonna put that in on the Hanzo there. Put this disruptor shot in on their team so that they have to walk through it. I still have a full rail here. Put that heavy damage in on their squad. With the amount of damage that Ryan can do, plus the amount of damage that I can do, it's a lot of pressure, but we need Ryan to actually be killing things, and unfortunately he just isn't. I think our Moira is dead. Our Hanzo is gonna die if he comes out. It's time for me to go. I'm just gonna get back up here, protect my life. I'm playing my life pretty hard. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the disruptor shot there so that I can secure our Ana's escape here. Covering her escape, charging the rail on the tank so that I can get them when they come back around the corner. In general, you just want to wait in these moments. It's better to wait and stay alive than it is to go in and get yourself killed. I missed that shot on the Genji, who was very far away, but that's okay. Putting that damage in on the enemy team there. We're going to go ahead and put the pressure on, keep the pressure on this Genji. Keeping the pressure on, and with the help of the skill orb, we were able to kill Genji there. Got this pressure on this Ana. We know that the Hanzo is around the corner here, so we got to be careful of him. Just going to go ahead and snipe that Ana out of the sky there with the headshot. And we just need to push it past this point, and then we have gotten the lead. So we're charging up the rail as they come around the corner. And we know that the Venture is low health, so we're just going to keep this rail charged. and get ready for our moment. Unfortunately, we missed the railgun shot there, but we did get the lead, so at least there's that. Charging up the rail on the tank, and we are about to put some damage in on this Venture when they come out of the ground there. And unfortunately, I got stuck in this Junkrat trap, and that's okay. I got stuck in the Junkrat trap. That's fair and square. I didn't even know he threw a trap there, bro, to be honest with you. He goes to be an annoying piece of shit. Are we talking about Doom or God, what is his name? Wrecking Ball. The hamster. Yeah, dude, he's so bad. He calls during the holiday, aka sometimes knocks the enemy. Right, and that's all he does, right? Like, he shows up at the party for 30 seconds and then he's gone. He's like, he's in and then he's out of there. And it's like, bro, where do you go when we need a tank? Like, you just disappear. He comes in, he's like, pile driver. And then he leaves, bro. It's so bad. Keeping this Rhine alive. Going to go ahead and pick that Junkrat out of the sky there. Put the heavy damage in on their team. Unfortunately, the Rhine got slept while charging the Venture. We are putting this damage in on the Venture. Going to make sure that they go back to the respawn screen here. Charging up the rail on the tank. With the tank coming down, getting more aggressive, I'm just going to use my movement ability to get out of the way. We are pushing to the forward spawn, and we have it. And then he gets credit for the kills. Yo, bro, that is so true. That is so true. He's so bad. Like, he disappears, and then he's like, why do I have 4 more kills than you? And it's like, that's because you pile drive the enemy for 8 seconds, and then you left the 4-minute team fight, and then you went and found a health pack or whatever you do. I had 10 hit points right there. I'm so glad I didn't die. So glad I didn't eat shit for that. I'm gonna put that right there. Destroy this Junkrat trap, because it needs to be destroyed. I'm just waiting for my heals from my team before I push forward here. I can't get too aggressive here. Gotta be very careful about what I do. I dodged the sleep dart right there. Gonna put that disruptor shot up there. We need to get back up with the team, so I'm just gonna use my movement ability, get myself back up to a high ground position. Unfortunately, I slid off. That is okay. 30 kills, 0 deaths. Yeah, exactly. And then he's got like 11,000 damage, and it's all from like running in and shooting the tank for a few seconds, distracting them, and then leaving. And your DPS are like, why am I carrying this lobby, bro? So I do have my ultimate here, and I would like to, yeah, or booping them. I do really love watching a really good ball, though. He is fucking amazing when he gets really good. I tried to save my team from that Junkrat ultimate, and I just couldn't find him. Just gonna damage up on this Junkrat, gonna get the kill on him. As long as we don't let them get the lead again, we win this. We just gotta keep winning fights. We don't even have to push it, really.
Yeah, but we could win it sooner if we do push it.
That is fair, and I can't argue with it.
I am with you on people not knowing when to not push.
Appreciate it.
Got the spicy noodles coming out. Just gotta be careful of the noodles. Not trying to get ramened to death. Want to grab this health pack. Yeah, dude, I think I just leave right now. Their whole team is right up on that robot. They got a Kitsune rush on there. I'm gonna try and ward off the escape of our Hanzo. It's not gonna work though. I'm just getting out. Gonna go ahead and kill this Arisa if she wants to keep playing games. I would leave too if I were you. That's a good call, Arisa. Me and that Hanzo were about to destroy her. I'm just waiting for the squad here. Gonna go ahead and put the disruptor shot on the robot. Get the big damage in on him. Charging up the rail. I missed on that descend shot. That's okay. He happened to move backwards at the moment that I thought he was going to move forward. Was able to get their Hanzo just there. Bang, I got their Junkrat down. Putting damage in on their support players right now. Just being in a different place each time so that the team can't predict my movements. Forcing them backwards. I'm forcing them backwards, waiting for my tank. I don't want to be the first one around this corner. That was scary for them, right? Scary enough. I think our Ryan just died, so I'm out. No, okay, he's fine. He's fine. Okay, good. I'm going to use my movement ability to get back up. Go ahead and use the railgun to kill that Bastion before he has a chance to do anything. That was a sick headshot, I'm not going to lie. Gonna slide through here. Grab the health pack on my way. Drop that on the enemy tank. Waiting for the squad, waiting for Ryan. We are kicking their ass, dude. We are destroying them. Hopefully we keep destroying them, right? I don't want to talk shit and then lose the game. I should probably use my ultimate. I'm just afraid that I won't be able to get healed. That's normally what happens when I use overclock. Makes it difficult for me to snag a heal. Right, I need to be healed up right now before I go forward anymore.
This ends now.
Yep, good. She's getting healed by Kiriko, but that's okay. We were able to charge that Kiriko to death against the Orisa's body. Got the robot moving forward here, charging up the rail on this Orisa. Put that there so that everyone has to stand in it. They figured out that they should probably use a Sojourn as well. Unfortunately, I missed on that Genji, but we're going to go ahead and put the damage in on him. Make sure that he gets killed. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get to him. He's a little bit faster than me. There we go. Sorry, Genji. And we're just going to go back with the team here. With our Rhine being dead, we just got to back it off. We're just backing off a little bit. Backing up and out of the way. Waiting for my team to hopefully get a heal on me. But it's not going to work. It's going to give them the gentleman's bag. With 3 hit points, I win the 1v1. We just need to get back together. Ah, they're here.
Hell yes.
And that's game, dude. That's a 19-1 here on Coliseo. I Sojourn diffed that Sojourn twice. I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with the good game. And show me my pogs. What's up, baby? Oh, what's up, baby? Gentleman's bag. Yeah, the gentleman's bag is just a single bag, right? You just teabag them one time.
Let's kick this up a notch. Dodge this.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. So if you guys did not see the support breakdown, the massive support breakdown that was at the beginning of the show, we had 3 games of support all reviewed today. We had an Ana game to start, we had a Mercy game after that, and then the third game was a Lucio / Moira game. So tons of great support info in the first 2 hours of the show. So if you guys would like to go back and rewatch that, I highly recommend that you do if you're looking to up your support game. Although the enemy team on all 3 of those games kind of like folded like paper. Like they were so weak and so unable to deal with the other team. So I'm not sure exactly how much value you can get out of 3 absolute shutdowns, but man, I'll tell you, they were absolute shutdowns. The Coffee, I want to thank you for sending in that gameplay today. The games that you sent me were crazy, crazy good. If you want, you could send me some L's, some games where you lose, and I'll be able to tell you more mistakes that you make throughout games that you lose, because the games that you win, you won them so hard, you just steamrolled the enemy team completely. So, yeah, so check that out if you guys haven't seen it yet. And I want to thank everybody for coming out and hanging with me today. You guys are awesome. It makes me happy every time I see your names in the chat here. It makes me feel good, and it makes me feel like, you know, every day that I want to get back up and I want to keep playing this game. I want to keep coming out and making content for you guys. So, like I said, I really appreciate you all coming and hanging out. Thank you to Spud. Thank you to Bricks. Thanks to Phantom Bride. Thanks to Coffee. Thanks to Flo for being here earlier. Thank you to Cell. And for everybody else that I missed, I'm sorry, but thank you for coming. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm Moonchild of DudeNoWay, and I will catch you in the next stream. Take care.